especially when you're talking about playing at home.
Yeah, I mean, you can't let this slip away. You gotta get a W. Obviously, you're
Max Ferdinand, the Baltimore Blast, former player. Max with 6 goals and 10 assists on the year. And though Alex Sanchez is the story up front, Billy, 36 points, that leads the Major Arena Soccer League, 24 goals, that leads the MASL. He's done damage. He's got 4 goals in a game against the Blast this year. Going to have to mark him tonight and try to at least not stop him.
Gonna find a way to contain him and slow him down and make him dish, and hopefully everybody else around him can pick it up.
Julian Rodriguez gets the start for the Blast. Silla and Nascimento on that back line for Baltimore. Omar is tied for the league lead in assist with 15. Pereira, Mello, and Guevara up front. Guevara, the overtime game winner against Empire. He had 2 goals in the game against Empire. And Billy, when the Blast has done well up front and they've gotten production up front, they've been pretty successful. And we'll see if that's the case again tonight. You want to win the special teams battle, dominate along the boards, and really bring it. It's going to be tough. 4 games in 8 days for the Blast, so they're going to have to grind that out. Maybe the home crowd gives it to them some energy tonight, playing a lot of games in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to get their legs pretty quickly under them and trying to keep possession as much as possible, but getting the balls into their targets and making runs off are going to be key for them tonight.
It's Hall of Fame night in Baltimore. Tony Donatelli will be inducted in at the halftime ceremony here in Baltimore. Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817, one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at miter.com. Capelli Sport, the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit them at maslsoccer.com. If you think you can predict this game, you can go to nxtbets.com and place your wager on the game. And don't forget, it's Heart Month. The Major Arena Soccer League proud to be collaborating with the American Heart Association to present Play with Heart Month. Visit heart.org to learn how you can support heart health. Billy, we have no idea what we're talking about, right, with the whole gambling thing? I have no idea.
We have no idea. I definitely never knew that you could bet on soccer.
We could.
Here.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a new thing.
Yeah, that's new for sure.
We could just spend the whole game telling casino stories from the road, right?
Yes, we could.
Or like the plane.
We have plenty of stories.
All right, we are underway as Milwaukee dumps it into the Blast end. It's Julian Rodriguez that will handle that. Gives it off to Nascimento, and the Blast looks to clear the defensive end. Good ball up ahead. There's Ferdinand right there for the Wave as he gets around the double team, and out come the Wave. Steinwasser now with a run down the wing. Good ball in front for Ferdinand, but it's just a bit behind him. And the Blast are able to knock it away, and Rodriguez able to scoop it up. Fast-paced here in Towson, Billy, a little different than what you were used to when you were playing.
It's faster paced, very small compared to what we're used to, but they have to adjust pretty quickly when you come here to play.
I guess the biggest thing, Billy, right, defensively is you just have to get on your man quickly because things change so fast in the midfield's important.
Yeah, you can't give them any space to turn because that's where they're gonna thrive probably. So you need to make sure you're keeping everybody at close quarters and not letting them turn here with the ball. Putting pressure on them quickly here.
Schrader with a chance. That was blocked away. Benahani got a hand on it, but the Blast steal it right back. Ospina down low. Here's Chad Porch. 12 goals on the season for the Blast, a second-year man. Had a big goal. Actually didn't have a big goal. Had a big play in that Empire striker game. He made a steal in the midfield late. Set up Kavan Frater for the assist. And the game-tying goal by Juan Pereira with the 6th attacker on the field made the play of the game for the Blast in that midfield. Here's Pereira making a run. Juan gets his shot blocked, and he'll dig it out and send it back for Mello. Blast will reset. Incredible atmosphere here tonight with Hall of Fame night, and it's Barks night here at the game as well. Fans can come and adopt a pet.
Very nice.
Right behind us, doing the dog adoptions behind us here tonight as well. So a lot going on here at the CQ Arena. Battle for the ball, and foul called here on Guevara as a good defensive play by Mike Da Silva. And we'll get a free kick here for Milwaukee. Wave will dump it in. Flores turned. And here comes Guevara off the boards to himself. Good flick ahead. Here's Mello with a chance. Chip knocked down by Benahahe, and the foul is called. And Mello's down. Benahahe is down. And the Blast are going to have a real opportunistic restart here. We'll check on the injuries. Take a look at the replay, Billy, and it's a great play by Guevara.
It's
and
a
then
great ball.
You see the collision there. As Benahahe just kind of stood his ground there outside the box, and Mello ran into him.
Yep.
So they're going to have to back the wall off here. It's a good restart opportunity for the Blast, who have been very good on restarts so far here this season. Here comes the challenge flag from David Bascom. Early in this one, just 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, we're going to get a Blast challenge. Not sure what David's challenging here, but we should get the announcement from the officials. Of course, in the game at Empire, Blast challenged a foul, and it was turned into a blue card.
Field is a foul. Baltimore is challenging potential for a blue card.
And I don't think our official had the microphone on, so still not sure what we're looking at here. I'm just a bad job. I can't read lips.
Yep, I don't know what she said.
So we're going to go to the monitor here. And let's see. Could be, you could be challenging this. Well, that's not really a foul, but they could be. I'm just speculating now because I could not hear. Could be challenging the severity of the foul, possibly a blue card. And if indeed Mello is the last, or Benahahe is the last offender, then there could be a shootout as well. So intrigue to start this one just 2 minutes and 20 seconds in.
It's always fun when these two teams go at each other, right, Paul?
Well, I mean, let's talk about the history. I mean, you go back to the days of Billy Nelson, you guys.
After review, call on the field stands as a foul. Baltimore loses their challenge.
No idea. No idea what she said. And we're just going to play on here. And I think the Blast are going to lose their challenge flag. So whatever the Blast were challenging, the play was upheld. And we're going to get a restart here for the Blast. There you see head coach David Bascom. Silla is going to trigger this in. It's a real dangerous spot just outside the top of the box here for the Blast. Pereira's on the far side. Guevara to the near side, and Mello up top. Schiller shoots and scores! Omar picked the far post, and he found it to put the Blast on top 1-0. Well, the Blast leader in assist, Billy just cashes in himself on the restart.
That's a great finish. No wall, no problem.
I mean, that's a situation there where just a bad job of communicating right between the goalkeeper and the wall, because they left that space there, and Silla was able to pick it out and put it home.
Yeah, you want him to make a pass there and then hopefully get one of the defenders to block the shot there. That's a big goal for Baltimore to go up front.
So Silla with his 7th goal of the season and his 22nd point of the year. Blast lead at 1-0. These two teams have split the 2 games so far this year. Blast won here early this year, 10-7. It was a pretty dominant performance for the Blast. They got up 5-0 on Milwaukee here and then won 10-7. But the Wave, the week before, were down in the 4th quarter, 6-4. They rallied, they tied it up, and then won the game in overtime, 7-6. So this is the rubber match here in Baltimore here tonight. Ball gets away, chance for the Blast. They have numbers here. Frater off the boards in front. Benahene reads that nicely, but it came loose. And Benahene grabs it. Now another collision here. Benahene is down. And I believe that's Pereira, or is that Mello down? That's Pereira down on the far side. So they'll check on both players. So Billy, new rule in the MASL, which I kind of like. If the trainer has to come out to attend to you, then you have to, when you come off, you have to sit on the bench for 2 minutes before you can come back in.
Okay.
So that encourages guys from like embellishing and laying on the floor for like 30 seconds and then just popping up and running down the floor. So
yeah, no, I like that too.
All right, so it's a goalkeeper distribution for Benahene, and Blast with pressure. Pereira was called for the foul on the Blast. Wave, drive it up the near side and clear. Porch runs it down and plays it back for Rodriguez. Good ball for Diesel. Diesel has it taken away by Alvarez. Goes off of Diesel. It'll be a kick in for Milwaukee just outside the yellow. Steinwasser. Sanchez, picked up by Porch. He plays it back for Max Ferdinand. Sanchez, little dangle, and then a shot from midfield. That's easily gobbled up by Rodriguez. The ball far side. Porch, though, behind Mello, and this will be a challenge for the Blast to get this out. Well, Rodriguez tried to flick it up in the air. It went right back to him off of Steinwasser. Schindler makes a run. Ball bounced into the corner, and Schindler flicks it towards goal, and Benahene had to be sharp there to snag it just before the goal line. Wave will take their time here and build out. Steinwasser turns it over, though. That's Alex Steinwasser. Javier, his brother, wears number 97. Foul called here on Milwaukee. So we get a free kick for the Blast. Foul on Flores. Delay game warning as the Wave kicked the ball away from the Blast. And the Blast will get the kick in the midfield. As still early on in the first quarter in this one. Frater gets some space, back heel. Silla couldn't pull the trigger. Good defense there by Alex Sanchez. Rodriguez has no problem. Thompson will bring it out. Frater's going to work on Ferdinand. Good play by Max to steal, but Frater takes it right back and a nifty little pass. Out come the Blast. Frater off the boards, and Benahene was able to read that. Well, looks like Willie B's cheating a little bit there, anticipating those balls off the boards, Billy.
Yeah, he's definitely reading them correctly. We got to put some more pace on those balls off the boards to get. I mean, we had a 3-on-1 there. We had to capitalize.
Steinwasser loses it. Frater shoots, and it's off the glass. Ramus knocks it down. So Kavan missed the target, but kept it in play. So the Blast will have the possession and regroup. There's Ramus. Guevara leaves it for Mello, and he's fouled. Mike Da Silva, the former Blast player, is called for the foul. Now, Mello having a discussion with the official.
All right, Blast fans, it's time to get loud and make some noise!
All right, so it's going to be Mello and Pereira on the far side.
Let's go, Blast! Let's go, Blast! Let's go, Blast!
Pereira's pass is blocked. Juan broke out of his goal-scoring slump. Had gone two games without a goal, but he scored against Empire. Good ball here for Guevara. Shot save. Will it be rebound? Porch off the post. Porch keeps it alive. No, that one was close to being 2-0 Baltimore's Chad just missed there on the rebound. Porch again. In front, turn, shot, goal! Patrick Thompson scores! And the Blast are up 2-0. Well, Billy, it almost looked like the Wave thought that ball was going to go all the way through. And look at Thompson here. Great angle here at the top of the box.
Yeah, it's a great turn and finish there. He had an option to dish it off, but saw the opening. Blast are pouring it on here. Milwaukee can't find their legs yet.
Time of the goal, 6:05. And this game starts much like the last one did here in Baltimore. The Blast get the first couple goals on the board. Cam Will in the corner loses the handle. So Walls comes near side, Correa. Ball goes through Hain and cleared away by Rodriguez. But hustle by the Wave to get right back on it and reset. Similar to those steals. Good technique, Billy, by Schindler there defensively. He just beat his target to the ball.
Yeah, he read it perfectly there to step in front of the target there to get possession back.
Who was the toughest guy you ever went against? I mean, there was, you know, we talk about the Wave too. You had Howes for the Wave. You had Dasoski shot here, saved Benahene.
I feel like there was several guys that were they were a handful. You got the Dasoski, brothers, but the one that played up top, and then you had Howes, but then you go to Sipo and Beasley. Like all those guys were very hard to mark.
Now a blue card for the Blast. And Omar Silla is going to go to the box. Well, let's take a look at the replay here. Oh. We're back to live action here. The Blast are discussing this with the officials. So Silla goes to the box for 2. Milwaukee goes on the power play. Talked about it in the open. Wave are 37% on the power play. And a lot of weapons out there. There's Carvalho. Ricardo back in the Wave lineup. Played 4 games. There's a Chester in front by Hain. That one hit the post. Blast will try to rag some time, and they do. It's so hard to rag time on the penalty kill here in Baltimore because the field's just so short. Alvarez sent it down to the corner, shot and a goal. Carvalho scores for Milwaukee. It's 2-1 as we get to our first timeout. Time of the goal, 7:35. Carvalho on the power play. And let's take a look, Billy. It's just nothing complicated. You get to the wing, and right there he goes,
near post.
Short side as Rodriguez gave up a little bit of that near post, and what a great finish there off the left foot from Carvalho to make it 2-1. Time out of the field, we'll take 1-2. Blast up early, 2-1. Back with more action after the break.
Fidelity Building Services Group is a national technical services provider for commercial, industrial, and institutional facilities. Our team delivers proactive, world-class service and innovative building solutions, including HVAC services, design build, engineered retrofits, smart building controls, system integration, energy consulting, emergency power generation, and award-winning mission-critical services to our valued customers nationwide.
Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing if something is a fact or a myth. Things like playing the lottery is a good way to relieve stress. The fact is, you shouldn't play the lottery when you're stressed in any way. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
Merit Clubs is the place where you can find your people, your power, your center. The club where you find yourself. Fitness that matters.
Welcome back here to Baltimore. Blast give up the power play goal to Ricardo Carvalho. It's Carvalho's 4th of the season in just his 4th game back. He's now got 190 career goals on his career. Ricardo, a huge boost to Milwaukee's offense here, as he's had double-digit goals in 9 seasons and double-digit assists 7 times in his career, and he's back with the Wave here and really giving them a boost offensively. Then a Henne down the floor. Ball gets away, Blast steal. Mello gets run off. Nice defensive recovery there by Escueto, and long shot that's just wide. Steinwasser in front. Diesel cuts that off, and the Blast clear. Chance now as Pereira gets ahead of the field. Quick double team on Juan, and the ball squirts free, so the Blast can kick it around the boards and set up shop offensively. Well, I guess clearly early on, Billy, the Blast had to stay out of the penalty box.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened when they're giving up too many men or penalty there.
All right, so it's a 3-line violation on Baltimore, so it'll be a yellow line restart for the Wave. Don't forget MASLsoccer.com, your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more, as at times Sanchez put it into the crowd. The lights are bright, the fans are loud. You're watching the Wave take on the Blast here on the live stream on MASL TV, but you can also sign up for MASL Plus TV and replay the game on demand. Do clips, you can share it, you can check out all the stats and much, much more on MASL Plus TV. Make sure that you subscribe today. Torch battles through, and foul called on the Blast, so a free kick here for Milwaukee. Now we're going to stop play here, and overruled here on this near side. It's going to be a foul on Milwaukee. So it'll be actually, Billy, a pretty good restart spot here for the Blast.
Yeah, we got to capitalize here. Looking for a first-time ball off the boards or straight up to the top, maybe.
Leave it short. That gets deflected and cleared by the Wave. They headed down floor, and the Blast are late getting back. Rodriguez pops out and chests it away for the Blast. Pereira takes it away far side, and Blast now a little off trying to clear, and Patrick Thompson just swipes it away. Wave dump it right back in. Collision in the box. Rodriguez gets held as he tries to make a play, and now the Blast break out. So, regroup. Here's Korch. Run off by Huffman. I mean, getting back, because I think the Blast goal interrupted us. Talk about the Dysowski brothers. Do you play against Greg Howes?
I did.
Oh, here's a great feed.
That was a great ball. Great ball.
You should probably just keep talking about great Milwaukee forwards, because every time we do, the Blast get a scoring chance.
I mean, even Michael King, I think, back in the,
right.
I mean, Milwaukee did have their fair share of very good offensive players for sure. And then you had Don D'Ambra and Boney and Philly.
Oh.
I mean, there was definitely several players on all teams that, you know, had some pretty good forwards that we had to mark consistently.
Can we agree that Sean Boney was the biggest human being that ever played indoor soccer?
I would 100% agree with that. You never wanted to get a back heel from him, I'm telling you that.
Blast commit the foul. Milwaukee with the free kick with 4:59 left in the first. Up and down to the corner. Here's Hayne. Alvarez now. Ospina with the D. Ospina with the block. Nice job. And Blast cleared up the boards. Great ball over the top for Frater. Kavan gets bumped off, recovers, shoots. Great save by Benahene. Cemento keeps it alive. And foul called here on Milwaukee. Free kick for the Blast. On the near side, right along the bench. Nico Williams makes his first trip onto the field for the Blast here in the first quarter. Two-man wall. Javier Steinwasser and Hayne will protect the goal as Mello runs off. Silla crossfield, great pass, and Pereira's ball was blocked by De Silva. Well, see why Silla's tied for the league lead in assists with a setup there. Dump down to the corner. Williams goes down. Milwaukee takes it away and dumps it to the corner. Diesel's going to run it down there. Play it back for Rodriguez, and good ball through and into the offensive end of the Wave. Now they'll play through Benahene. This one launched to the far side 3 lines. So we're going to yellow line restart for the Blast with 3:54 left. You talk about being able to see the field. I guess, Billy, the best place, really, when you're a defender, you're the one that sees everything, right?
Yeah, you want to be that last guy marking the target. You're able to see, you know, where you want to adjust people, you know, when the other team has the ball defensively. And, you know, you're getting a lot of communication from your goalie as well.
Oh,
so.
Great feed. Guevara was denied by Benahene, and Blast kick it out of play. So we're going to kick in for Milwaukee. So Benahene came in here earlier this year and struggled early on, gave up 5 against Baltimore in the first quarter. But tonight, William has been sharp, and Willie B has been putting on a show for the Wave here in quarter number 1.
Just keeping him in the game.
Here's Alvarez now. Pereira. Willie B sweeps it along the boards. Good steal by Schindler, and Pereira gets it in the midfield, turns it over though. Chance, chip right into the arms of Rodriguez. So chance there for Cam Will, but denied by the Blast keeper. Schindler runs it through the defensive end. Blast clear, but Steinwasser puts it into the crowd. So it'll be a kick in for the Blast off of Alex Steinwasser. Pereira to the corner. Good defending there by Milwaukee and Ferdinand. Blast forced back into the midfield. Schindler. Dangerous pass to the corner. Blast sweep it out. Again, Alex Steinwasser puts it into the crowd. Billy, when you played, they had the glass there when you played, right, on the sidelines?
Yes.
It's much different without the glass. A lot more balls go out of play.
They had it up a little bit further, but again, everything about this arena is a lot smaller and more confined, so it makes it more difficult and interesting at the same time.
To the middle, it comes free. Now Cemento can't handle, and Pereira will regroup for the Blast. So another good opportunity. Blast had numbers, but they couldn't capitalize. Another good battle. Frater and Ferdinand in that corner, and Max wins the battle again. So for a long time, we really saw Max Ferdinand as a great offensive player, but so far tonight, Billy, he's been doing a great job on Frater as a defender.
I never thought I'd see the day Max would be playing defense, but he's actually doing a very good job tonight. He's definitely stepping in front of the targets, reading the balls down the boards, and I think him having that knowledge of how Baltimore plays is a huge benefit to him.
right, so kick in on the far side for Milwaukee. Da Silva and Sanchez over there. Back heel for Sanchez. Alvarez with some room. That's wide and all the way back out to the midfield. Payne tries to turn on Nascimento, but Blas D closes that out. And here they come. Spina on the far side. Blas can't clear it back, and Payne comes out with it. He'll shoot, and that's just wide. Correa's right there, and Rodriguez in good position to make that play. Thompson, Silla. Nifty little move by Omar on the near side. Play it into the midfield, that's taken away. Steal by Sanchez, and Milwaukee able to regroup. Silla, though, steals it. Last come back, here's Pereira 2-on-1. Juan and toe pokes it wide. Ospina runs on, that's blocked. Blast, though, keep it alive. Melo puts his head up in the air, knew he missed a chance there, and Flores pushes from behind. And Diesel, not happy about that, and you know the Diesel's gonna let people know how he feels.
Yeah, he's not holding back.
Free kick for the Blast. Take a look as Mike takes exception here as Flores pushes him into the boards.
It's clearly a foul there.
Well, I'm not sure you want to get into a physical confrontation with Diesel. I think he's got a good chance to win that. Ramos. Back for Melo with a minute left of the quarter. Last got the first two. Milwaukee answered on the power play. Ramos. Behind Schindler, and the Wave bust out 4-on-2. Great ball in front, shot just wide. Carvalho with a nifty little play to free himself up. There's Wells, shoot, save Rodriguez as he parries it to the corner.
It was a great save.
Push from behind, Carvalho picks up the foul. Well, Billy, you can see how one bad pass changes everything here.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful getting the ball out of the back. I mean, fortunate there. You definitely can't give the ball away in the back.
Williams gets by. Williams shoots, and a Henne right there in great position for the save. Melo steps in. 10 seconds left, and now Melo gets called for the foul as Carvalho goes down on the far side. So 10.7 left. Milwaukee will clear. Nascimento chests it down. Williams turns, shoots, off the post, rebound, Melo wide. 2 seconds left. They clear it, and that'll do it. Couple of great chances at the end of the first quarter for the Blast, but it'll stay a 2-1 Baltimore lead. Back with second quarter action after the break on MASL TV.
Okay. Great. Good. Ready for something new?
Yeah.
How about new games from the Maryland Lottery that are letting you go for the gold? Like the Keno Team USA Second Chance promotion. From now until February 22nd, enter Keno tickets into My Lottery Rewards for a chance to win a trip for two to the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles or a Team USA merchandise pack.
I meant like a new workout.
Yeah.
Play today.
If you are looking for the best indoor soccer experience, it doesn't get better than the Baltimore Blast. Right here in Towson Arena. Grab your tickets today on Ticketmaster.
Hi, my name is Haley and I go to St. John Catholic School in Westminster. What I love most about being in a Catholic school is the small class sizes where I get one-on-one attention with my teachers. I also love going to adoration every Wednesday, and feeling closer to God. This is what I love about being in a Catholic school.
Goose Coffee.
And welcome back here to CQ Arena. Blast leading 2-1 after one quarter play. What did you think, Billy? What did you see in that first quarter?
I mean, the Blast, they came out ready to play. I think it took Milwaukee a little bit of time to get their legs, but it's going to be a good battle all night.
As a part of Play with a Heart Month, commemorative team-signed Play with Heart armbands will be available for auction at MASLsoccer.com, with proceeds benefiting the American Heart Association. Wave break their huddle. Ferdinand, you see Max there, picked up the assist on the Carvalho goal. Talked about his defensive play. He's got 11 assists now as well this year. And Max always has been good at distributing the ball, no question about it.
Yeah, he's definitely a team player. Didn't care if he scored goals or, just played a part in, getting some sort of point. So he's always done that for whatever team he's played for.
It's been an interesting season for the Wave. They sit at the top of the standings. They're 10-4-2. They really started the season without some of their key players. Carvalho was unavailable. They've had some injuries. They've dealt with a lot of adversity, but Alex Sanchez has really stepped up for them, and Mario Alvarez as well. 3 goals and 2 assists against the Blast so far this season, and 16 and 15 on the season coming in for Mario. Good for 4th place in points in the MASL. Blast will start things here in quarter number 2. All right, so Billy, Tony's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame at halftime. You had this honor 2 years ago. How nervous were you going into that? How much time did you spend on your speech and all that?
I was a nervous wreck just because I don't like public speaking. So obviously when I stood up there, I almost felt like I was going to forget everything I was going to say. But I think once I started to adapt, I think mainly because I didn't play in this arena, so I didn't have that familiarity with the environment. Even though I was here for soccer purposes, but I think once I started, I was okay. But it's something that I'll never forget, and Tony should be proud. He had a great career.
No question. Tony Donatelli, part of the Blast three-peat in the 2014, 15, and 16 season. Foul on Milwaukee. Hain gets called for the tripping foul. So it'll be a...
What's up, man? Congratulations.
Not a top of the arc. There he goes, Tony Donatelli. We've had a chance to talk to him before the game. He's excited, a little nervous, excited. A lot of people here. I mean, saw former Blast general manager Kevin Healy. He's in attendance tonight. Tariq Walker in the house. A lot of former Blast players here to support Tony. Pereira gets a step, shoots. Oh, it was well meant, but blocked by the Wave.
Great ball.
Great ball for Guevara there. So David Vasquez worked tirelessly on restarts this year to try to make it a difference for the Blast, and you see that they have all kind of set piece opportunities and all kind of different looks. Pereira with the back heel. Diesel comes near side. Frater turns on the Silva, but the left foot puts that over the goal, and it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Willie B. Willie B, 8-2-1 on the season, just 2 losses. One of them here was in Baltimore. .673 save percentage. Also has an assist on the year. Foul called here on Schindler as Flores goes down. A little bit of a tough call there on the Blast. So Walls will start things on the far side. Other parts of the boards being down is you can talk to the fans on the far
It's
side.
definitely fan-friendly.
Frater digs it out. Carvalho, though, flicks it forward, and Schindler heads it back for Rodriguez. Julian with an outlet, far side porch. Headed away, nice defensive play by Correa there, and Porch gets called for the foul. So a Wave free kick in the defensive end. Well, Billy, the Blast got the first 2 goals, but it kind of feels like the momentum's changing a little bit.
It has, ever since Milwaukee scored that first goal that gave them a little bit of life, but hopefully the Blast can adjust here and take some of the control back.
Spina gets repossessed on that far side. Williams runs it down for the Blast. Double team comes on him from the Wave. Alvarez takes it away from Ospina. Flores settles it down in the midfield. Yeah, you talked about Willie B kept them in the game early, made some big saves, and that allowed Milwaukee kind of to get their legs and regroup.
Yeah, they played much better since the latter part of that first quarter. Definitely taking over the game right now.
All right, Nascimento will restart things for the Blast. Just an errant pass there by Ferdinand. Pereira. Silla. Favera. Now lines up Pereira, shot just wide. Willie B couldn't get there, but it just missed wide of the goal. Another near miss for the Blast. There's Max again, read that play. Good recovery by Guevara there, though. Rodriguez takes a look. Nice move by Porch. Can't go back to the keeper now, so Diesel's going to have to play it upfield. Or, excuse me, Pereira's going to play it upfield. Diesel keeps it alive. Porch runs around Hayne. Again, Chad using his speed. Hayne uses his muscle, though, and takes it away. De Silva on a run. Quick turn, goal. Cam Will puts it home on the assist from De Silva, and the Milwaukee Wave have come all the way back and tied this at 2. So Cam Will picks up his first goal of the season, his second career goal for Milwaukee, and 3:12 into the second quarter, we're tied.
Milwaukee goals scored by
Really just, late getting back defensively, right?
Well, I mean, the Blast had possession there, but they didn't go anywhere. They didn't even get the ball down the field. They were playing with it here between midfield and their own goal, and Milwaukee forced the turnover and had a good finish.
Frater gives it away. Sila steals it right back. Omar has some space. Omar tries to split defenders, but he's taken down, and he's still down and slow to get up. Billy, I think that Omar got hit in the not-so-nice place.
No, he's feeling some pain right now. I'll have to shake that off.
Referee stops play. And Omar's gonna try to get himself up here so he can continue. Omar missed a couple of games with a suspension earlier this year. Looks like he's gonna be okay. And we're going to get a restart on the far side for Milwaukee as Omar comes to the bench. Omar opened the scoring for the Blast earlier in this one. Silla and Thompson for Baltimore to start things, but Carvalho and Cam Will have evened the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Ferdinand tried to sneak it through, but Nascimento read it. Marco plays it back for Porch, and now Thompson has it on the far side. through ball to the corner. Ferdinand's right there. Beats Nico Williams to the ball, but Williams with a good battle, 2-on-1 for the Blast. Ball pinballs around, and the Blast have it. Toe poke, blocked. Now Ferdinand's down.
Ball hit him in the face.
And the athletic trainer will come to the far side and take a look at Max. Max is up, and the reason why they call the trainer out, once you have a ball that hits you in the head, you automatically have to be looked at. Take a look at the replay. Oh, yeah, friendly fire. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, he'll be all right. A couple minutes. He'll be back on the field.
Max will come to the bench.
He's got his headgear that kind of absorbs some of that shot.
So it'll be a Blast restart here on the far side. And Thompson will be on the far side to trigger it in. Porch will shoot it. And Hene got the hands on it, and then a little short rebound from Willie B. Able to gobble that up. Rivera battles. Ball hits the official. Comes through, and Rodriguez scoops it up. Blast make wholesale changes. Julian's got to move it. He does. Diesel to the corner. Banahene off the boards. Good ball. Three-man pressure for the Blast, and Wave clear it. Good ball up ahead. Chance. Shot. Save. Flores got a good look, but Rodriguez cut the angle down. Well, that's the play against the pressure, to try to find space in the offensive end, and we've seen both teams be able to do that. Ball in, loose shot off of Stein, off of Schindler, or that would have been a goal. Silla gets pushed by Sanchez, but Omar's able to keep possession. Turn shot, goal! Oh, Frater with the quick right foot.
Get the ball into the target. That's exactly how Milwaukee scored their last goal.
Time to go, 5:23. Kevon Frater picks up his 10th goal of the season. Matches his, oh here, let's take a look. Just a great feed by Schindler. You know, Jake just got the ball as quickly as he could to Frater, who kind of had it set up, and Jake Schindler picks up his first assist this year for the Blast.
Yeah, anytime you can get the ball to a target right at the top of the box, that's the most dangerous spot on the field to be. 1-on-1 for your target. It's a great ball in and a great finish.
By the way, we just saw Tariq Walker go by behind us, Billy. And if you want to make yourself feel old, and you've been keeping track of Sammy, Tariq's son.
I saw he had a great season with West Virginia. So
he's just in college now, you know, Billy.
I know, right?
Battle for the loose ball on the near side. Thompson wins it.
Following in his father's footsteps.
Right. Well, still battled for. Been going at it a long time down there. Williams gets it off the boards, plays it to himself. Just gets absolutely crushed. This has got to be 2 minutes, and it is. Carvalho will go to the box as he just took down Williams in the midfield. I think that Ricardo is begging them to throw the flag.
They would lose that challenge because that was definitely 2 minutes.
But no flag has come out of the bench. Still can't hear the official. Here's the replay. Oh, that is no question a 2-minute penalty. The Blast will go on the power play here with 8:51 left in the first half. Blast are 33% on the power play, and Wave killing it 78%. So Melo's going to trigger it in. Porch is on the far side, and Ospina's in the middle of the box. Pereira's on this near side. Marcilla will observe things from that far side wing. Tips it, wide open Pereira, he mishits it. In the box now, and Ospina got a piece, but Benahene was able to just gobble it up. Oh, good settle by Steinwasser in. Ball gets deflected into the top of the box. Blast regroup. 35 gone on the power play. Middle, Ospina. Mello. Pereira shoots just wide. Porch couldn't get there in time to get a rebound. Last reset. Again, Pereira mishits it. Maybe Billy, third time will be a charm here.
Maybe I mean, they're definitely serving him some good balls. I mean, he's hit them pretty well so far. He mishit the one.
Porch slides into the middle of the box now. Watch him. He's got 2 power play goals from that spot. Now he switches out. 45 left on the advantage.
Great ball.
Oh, good ball here in front. Mello scores! Tic-tac-toe goal. Mello puts it home. A great feed from Pereira on the setup there. And Mello knocks it home. Take a look as the 2 veterans work here off of the great feed from Silla. Too easy.
Oh yeah, got the ball down low. Defenders didn't rotate fast enough, and then find the ball back post right there. Nobody's even there.
Easy tap-in goal from Mello, the assist to Pereira. Timeout on the floor, will take 1-2. 7:34 left here in the first half. Blast lead it 4-2. Back with more second quarter action after the break.
Fidelity Building Services Group is a national technical services provider for commercial, industrial, and institutional facilities. Our team delivers proactive, world-class service and innovative building solutions, including HVAC services, design build, engineered retrofits, smart building controls, system integration, energy consulting, emergency power generation, and award-winning mission-critical services to our valued customers nationwide.
As parents, we want to put our children on the right path, one that leads them to become intelligent, responsible, compassionate adults. That path begins with a Catholic education. Catholic schools inspire academic excellence with a balanced curriculum that integrates music, arts, world language, and Catholic faith, while challenging students in the areas of science, math, and technology. Help your child reach their full potential. Enroll in a Catholic school today.
Mello from Pereira at 7:26 on the power play for Jonatas Mello. That's his 15th goal of the season, his 4th goal in his last 5 games. And for Juan Pereira, he picks up assist number 9, and his 23rd point of the season gives the Blast a 2-goal lead back. Blast go back to work here. Find Nascimento on the wing. Huffman takes it away from him, and the ball deflects off Ferdinand and into the hands of Willie B. Thompson hands it away. Off the turn in front. Oh, good shot there by Steinwasser. Goes out of play off of the crossbar, and we're going to kick in for the Blast on this near side. All right, so this is going to be, let's see, Pereira that's going to trigger this in. Plays for Thompson, who finds Rodriguez on the far side. Silla, ball to the middle, but misses Diesel, and Flores steals. Numbers for Milwaukee, but Steinwasser gets run off, and Frater gets called for the foul. So we're going to restart for the Wave, and this will be in a pretty decent spot just inside the yellow line. right, Steinwasser looks over here. Oh, excuse me, that's Sanchez. Plays it far side, shot blocked by Diesel. Huffman kicks it away from Frater, and Wave regroup with under 7 to play in the corner. Good run by Sanchez. Rodriguez heads that out, or I should say Thompson heads it out. It's going to be a corner kick for the Wave. Good chance here for Milwaukee. This time it'll be Mario Alvarez on that far side. Ferdinand kind of lurking in the box here, and Huffman's in a good spot too on this near side. Good ball back, shot, that's blocked away, and that's going to be a 3-line block. See that every day, Billy. Hey, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, it's a shame when a block turns into a 3-line violation.
All right, so now a yellow line restart. This is the 3rd straight restart for Milwaukee, and the Blast will go 2-man wall here, looking a little bit disorganized defensively. Alvarez plays it to Sanchez, cuts it to the corner, but Pereira's right there, and that'll force Milwaukee to regroup. Diesel heads it to the midfield. Good steal by Alvarez. Diesel blocks that shot. Frater forces Banahene into a mistake. And it's going to be a top of the box restart for the Blast. A top of the arc restart, I'm sorry. Defensive clearance, top of the arc, defensive clearance. Defensive clearance there, so the referee will move it to the proper spot.
Yes. She's owning her mistakes though. She's saying my bad.
Pereira kind of ran over the ball there and tries to regroup. Still up with the steal, but it goes into the crowd, so we're going to kick in for Milwaukee. Looked like Juan had the right idea, but he just couldn't.
He had him. He just stepped on the ball too hard.
Javier Steinwasser, good chip. Shot in front, and that one, don't know how that missed from Escueda. Good ball, Pereira. Juan on the run. Didn't have an angle, so he keeps possession instead. Smart play there by Pereira. He'll come off and change. Blast will get some fresh legs on the floor. Cemento dumps it to the corner. Guevara. O'Neal Fisher on the field for the first time for the Blast. Spina plays it back for Nascimento. Mello. Nico Williams runs on for Baltimore. Walls kicks it away. Nico gets it back for Mello. Mello's got room. Nascimento runs on. Drags it down the wall, shoots in front. Mello caught a foot on it, but couldn't quite get any mustard on that, and Banahene is able to scoot over and make the play. Cemento couldn't quite hit that one. Flores wins it in the corner. He goes down, and they call the foul on Fisher. Free kick Wave with 4:47 left. Milwaukee will trigger this again. This is their 4th restart in the last 2 minutes. Quick chip. Oh, Huffman's wide open. And somehow Rodriguez kept it off the line.
It's a great save there.
Looked like that was headed behind him, but Julian able to recover. Porch in trouble, but gets it to the midfield. Carvalho, Ospina, ball pinballs around, and Rodriguez settles things down. Porch has some room on the far side. Out comes Thompson off the bench. Bramuse. Quick turn. It's around to Silva. Plays it back for Pereira. Thompson. Yellow line.
Once again, all Blast alumni, please report to the field.
Schindler runs on.
Blast alumni, please report to the field entrance. Thank you.
Thompson now settles. Patrick with a step. Off the boards in front. Bramuse back heel just wide. Banahene got a piece. Save of the game for Benahene.
That's a great save.
Steve. Thompson. Oh, just missed Bermuse. Foul on the blast. Free kick Milwaukee on the far side. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Galazzo Network. Alex Spastavansky, Phil Devanko, joined by special guests every week from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Silla clears it down the field. Good ball up ahead. Flores with a good back heel. Alvarez some room. Plays it near side. Cross, blocked. Good feet by the blast. And Pereira chases, but Ferdinand gets there first. Good job by Max. Flores battles with Mello. Good job by Mello there. He heads it back for Rodriguez. Silla breaks out on the far side with under 3 to play here in the first half. Ospina. Corner for Frater. Double team, kicked out of play. And what's the call? It's going to be blast ball, but they're going to say off the glass. So it's going to be a kick in from the far side. Mello triggers this in. Drive by Silla blocked. Now Frater on the near side. Blast still control with about 2 minutes left in the half. Frater couldn't get there in front of Steinwasser. Now Schindler heads it to the corner. Good ball. Thompson dumps it out. Ball goes out of play. Should be off of Milwaukee. It is. It'll be a kick in for the Blast with under 2 here in the second quarter. Drive it all the way down right onto Benahene, and he's right there to make the play. He'll fire it down into the offensive end. Javier Steinwasser digs it out. Nice play there. De Silva forced back, and Thompson steals. Fisher, a little trouble there, and gets deflected off Steinwasser, so we'll get another kick in for the Blast. Minute 30 left in the half. Ball gets around Fisher. Steinwasser steals. Steinwasser in front, goes by everyone. Alvarez right there though. Blocked by Bramuse. And Welly, a mistake here as he kicks it into the crowd. And look at the top of the arc restart for Milwaukee with 1:16 left in the half.
Wouldn't be surprised if they call timeout here.
Alvarez will trigger. 3-man wall for the Blast. And no play. And Huffman, I think, on that far side puts it into the crowd. Goalkeeper distribution. Well, Billy, the Blast have made some mistakes here in the second quarter. That's 5 restarts from Milwaukee, but they haven't been able to cash in yet.
Yeah, I mean, the Blast are biting a bullet and they're playing with fire, but you know, they made blocks when they needed to, and Milwaukee just made mistakes.
Sanchez pressured by Thompson. He gives it away. Gets it right back. Thompson, those steals. Drive from Mello, puts it up into the mesh. We're going to goalkeeper distribution from Benahene with 57 left in the half. Again, it's Hall of Fame night here in Baltimore, so we'll have an extended halftime. Tony Donatelli headed into the Blast Hall of Fame. Huffman leaves it back. Shot deflected by Pereira. Now Juan's down, hit him in the head. He gets right back up, and it looks like he's okay. Kick in for Milwaukee with 45 left. Two-man wall here for the Blast. Sanchez goes far side. Dump it down for Huffman in the corner. Alvarez, good ball. Carvalho saved Rodriguez as he got across and parried it into the corner. 25 left, and Porch nearly took that away. Alvarez pushed back. Good pressure by the Blast. And Milwaukee loses it. Walls will be forced to play it and goes over 3 lines. Referee says play on. Mello gets pushed from behind by Huffman. And the Blast will have a free kick with 5.
You hear that? That's football coming back to Louisiana. The Louisiana Rougarou are storming the arena with speed, power, and non-stop action, hard hits, fast scores, and an electric night out for the whole family. It all starts February 28th. 7 home games, 1 house, the Brookshire Grocery Arena. Tickets range from $24 to $34. Football isn't over. It's just moved inside. Scan the QR code to secure your tickets or visit LouisianaRougarou.com.
Played a pretty decent half there to keep Milwaukee to 2 goals.
So Cam Will to start things in that second quarter, and then Frater on the Frater scored, and then Mello on the power play. It all adds up to a 4-2 halftime lead for the Blast. Back with halftime, Tony Donatelli going in the Blast Hall of Fame. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV.
I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames, it's glorious. Even when the darkness calls, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious.
When the time comes, we must be ready.
When every second counts.
Be ready.
Act fast.
To not give up.
Push hard. Keep pushing when it's all on the line.
Be there for each other.
Give it everything you've got.
Do more for your team.
Be ready. Stay ready.
Call 911.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready. Call 911.
Fidelity Building Services Group is a national technical services provider for commercial, industrial, and institutional facilities. Our team delivers proactive, world-class service and innovative building solutions, including HVAC services, design build, engineered retrofits, smart building controls, system integration, energy consulting, emergency power generation, and award-winning mission-critical services to our valued customers nationwide.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
This is TU,
where big college promises turn into life-changing action. Opportunity here isn't pie-in-the-sky thinking. It's out there in the world doing. Potential isn't in the future. It's now, in every line of code, in every creative spark. And discovery isn't starting from scratch. It's digging in to your existing momentum. Join a community of doers and grab life by the stripes at Towson University.
Blast fans, welcome to our halftime Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We're getting set to introduce to you the newest member of the Baltimore Blast Hall of Fame. But before we do that, we'd like to recognize some Hall of Famers and former players who are in attendance here this evening for this great event. First of all, let's welcome Doug Neely, Jason Dieter, Billy Nelson, Marty McGinty, Tariq the Freak Walker, Steve Boardman, Derek the Rock Marcano, Joe Koziol, Jonathan Greenfield with the Milwaukee Wave, Carew Forbes. How about Kevin Healy? Goalkeeper coach Phil Saunders. Ronnie Simmons. Lance Johnson. And Mike Zierhofer. And we can't forget our great owner and possibly the next governor of the state of Maryland, Ed Hale. Right now, Blast fans, we honor a player who defined excellence, leadership, and a championship culture in Baltimore. He was born in Willingboro, New Jersey, a standout at Temple University. Anthony Tony Donatelli built a professional career that spans nearly 2 decades at the highest levels of indoor and outdoor soccer. From Vancouver and Montreal to championship stops in Philadelphia, Tony's journey led him right here to Baltimore in 2013. And the Blast would never be the same. Over the next decade, in a Baltimore Blast uniform, Tony made more than 200 appearances, scored over 180 goals, added more than 150 assists, and helped lead this franchise to 3 MASL championships back to back to back, 2016, 2017, and 2018. Who remembers those days? A 4-time professional champion, including a 2007 MISL title with the Philadelphia Kicks. Tony was more than numbers on a stat sheet. He was the heartbeat of the midfield, a playmaker, a captain, a leader who made everyone around him a better player. Known for his vision, intelligence on the ball, and precision passing, Tony Donatelli became one of the cornerstone players of the Blast's dominant era and earned his place among the league's all-time greats. And tonight, we make it official as we induct Tony Donatelli into the Baltimore Blast Hall of Fame. Blast fans, at this time, please rise and join us in celebrating a champion, a leader, and a true Baltimore Blast legend. Give it up for number 11, Tony Donatelli.
Thank you. You guys can take a seat. I just want to thank Gary. Hearing you call my name one more time coming down those stairs really gave me chills once again. So I appreciate you bringing the energy every single game. This is a great honor. When I look at the names on those banners and see some of these players here behind me, it's truly surreal to be mentioned among some of the greats. Playing for the Baltimore Blast is a privilege. The expectation and the pressure to compete for a championship every single year is what it's all about. It is what motivated me year after year, and is what drove our teams to have the success that we did. There are so many people that I want to thank that have played a major part in me standing here today. First and foremost, I want to thank Ed Hale. Ed, none of this would exist if it wasn't for your love and dedication to this organization. This city is so fortunate to have an owner that is so invested in the team and passionate about winning. I have played for teams where that wasn't always the case, and let me tell you, it makes a big difference. I want to thank you for the way that you have treated me and my family over the years and the relationship that we have formed. To the Baltimore Blast fans, thank you for all your support. You're the best fans in the league for a reason. I remember when I first moved to Baltimore, after a practice in preseason, I had a knock on my door, and two members of the Blast fan club were standing there with a welcome basket. They had never met me before, but they just wanted to tell me how happy they were to have me join their team. That doesn't happen anywhere else. The connection that the Blast players and fans have is truly unique and makes a big difference on the field. I thank you for the energy that you guys bring night in and night out, and I'll always remember those playoff games and those runs that we made and the energy in those buildings. It's something I'll never forget. Next, I want to thank Kevin Healy and Mike Conway for their part in bringing me here to Baltimore, and for the way that they were able to build those championship teams. I appreciate that, and it changed my life. To Mark Mazzaros and Heather Kolbis, you both do so much for this organization that many people don't know about. And I just want to thank you that everything that you've done for me and for all the players over the years. To my coaches, Danny Kelly and David Bascombe, two of the all-time greats. I want to thank you for creating an environment that demanded excellence. You taught us that the key to greatness is in the details. I felt every time that we stepped on the floor that we were the more prepared team. You were able to create a system that many people have tried to replicate, but never to the level of success that you have created. To Coaches Neto, Coach Sergio, and Coach Phil Saunders, thank you for sharing your immense knowledge with me. Neto, you were an amazing teammate, someone that I learned so much from, watching you on the field, someone that was so selfless and gave for his teammates. Phil, Sergio, you guys are truly special people that care about the players. I just want to thank you for everything you've done to help my career. To my teammates, I appreciate each and every one of you. There are far too many to mention, to list, but I'll start with a couple that are here tonight. Special shout out to Mike Zierhofer, who was my roommate on the road. An incredible goalie, an incredible person, and thanks for letting me control the remote. Mike Diesel, thank you for, I don't know where to start with him, but thank you for everything you've done on the field, being a good roommate on the road, always keeping us on the toes at practice. You always made it fun. When Diesel wasn't in practice, you felt it. Carew Forbes. Carew, you know, me and Sharon credit you for setting us up. Sharon, my wife, he was instrumental in us getting together, and I can't thank you enough for that and for the times that we shared on the field. Finally, to the core group of players that were part of those three-peats. We create memories to last a lifetime. You guys are like family to me. During those seasons, we probably saw more of each other than our own families, and that's what made it so special. We shared great success on the field, but more importantly, created life-lasting friendships. From weddings to children's birth to the losses in our family, we were always there for each other. Adriano, Pat Healy, Diesel, William, Santana, Jeremy, Elton, Mello, Juan, Jamie, Daniel, Lucas, Vinny, Hoxie. I can go on and on. Those teams had superstar players, but superstar people as well. We bought into sacrificing personal success for the benefit of the team. Every player that I mentioned played a huge part in those championship runs, and they can remember a special moment that they each contributed to. Finally, I want to thank my family. To my wonderful wife, Sharon, thank you for your love and support. You encouraged me to keep playing those final years, even though that left you at home when I was on the road, managing 3 kids' schedules, and you did it with a smile on your face. You're one of the hardest working people that I know, an incredible wife, an incredible mom. I'm so grateful for the life that we built together. To my kids, Liam, Riley, and Sophia, I'm so proud of the people that you guys are becoming. Nothing made me happier than having you guys in the stands cheering me on. And knowing that win or lose, you would be there to give me a hug after the game. I'm sorry for my grumpiness after the losses, but fortunately there weren't too many of those. To my older brother Greg, who couldn't make it tonight, thank you for giving me someone to look up to, both on and off the field. You were a great player, and as a kid I always wanted to beat you in everything that we did. And let's be honest, I usually did. But I do have to give you some credit, because those days playing in our backyard shaped me as a player and gave me the drive to be great. To my younger sister Angela, thank you for reminding me that life is more than just soccer. You've always kept me grounded and have been so supportive along the way, even though you may not have loved just watching soccer. And finally, to my parents, I really wouldn't be up here if it weren't for both of you. Dad, you were my first coach and taught me from a young age to play the game the right way, to be unselfish, to be dependable, to be fearless. You were my biggest fan, but let's be honest, also my biggest critic. You would not let me settle for mediocrity. If I scored a hat trick, you'd be happy for me, but would never forget to remind me about the one that I missed and what I should have done differently. In all seriousness, I will always appreciate the sacrifices that you made. You would never miss a game. And if that meant that you had to go into work at 5 a.m. so that you could be at my high school games, you would do it. And that meant the world to me. Mom, thank you for all you did to keep our family together. From driving from one practice to the next, to having dinners on the go, to sacrificing family vacations to go to soccer tournaments, to making sure you filmed every game. You were always there. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleader. But most importantly, thank you for thinking I never played a bad game. I can't thank you both enough. I know we're ready to get to the second half, and players are probably ready to get this over with, so I just want to say I'm extremely humbled and grateful for this tremendous recognition, and I'm so honored to be able to wear the Baltimore Blast jersey. Thank you.
Blast fans, let's hear it for the newest member of the Baltimore Blast Hall of Fame, Tony Donatelli. And now we direct your attention to Blast Vision for some Tony Donatelli highlights.
And then Healy, there it is.
He scores! The Blast have won!
Every second match.
No! It's in there!
they lose a little of their form there. It allows Dos Santos to make some things happen. The ball gets deflected over to Donatelli, and he puts it in 2 minutes.
The steal, 2-on-2. Donatelli and Mello. It's in there! Off of Baltimore. And here's a chance for the Blast. A good cut for Donatelli, the give, and the go, and the... Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come.
For the newest member of the Blast Hall of Fame, Tony Donatelli. And now it's what you've been waiting for. Let's unfurl the Hall of Fame banner. There it is, Blast fans, Tony Donatelli. Now, Blast owner Ed Hale will present our award, our vase, to the newest member of the Baltimore Blast Hall of Fame, Tony Donatelli. Thank you, Blast fans. Once again, let's hear it for the newest member of the Baltimore Blast Hall of Fame, Tony Donatelli.
Shoot! He scores!
How goes it, folks? This is MASL in 5, back for another week. Hope everyone is doing great. Things are heating up across the league, and there are some big matchups happening this weekend. I've only got 5 minutes to fill you in, so let's get to it.
Francis is there. He shoots above the crossbar. 7 seconds left. Reagan once again shot. It's in there. It's tied. Level 5.
Dominic Francis ties it up for the KC Comets against San Diego on Saturday, with just 2 seconds left in regulation time. This may have been the game of the year between two of the league's top dogs. Alas for KC, it was the visiting Sockers coming out on top in a shootout, with Charlie Gonzalez providing the winning tally, 7-6, the final score. But San Diego had to fly home to face the Strikers on Sunday. A tough back-to-back. They didn't have much left in the tank, still managed to take it to overtime, but Munir Alami posts the golden goal for Empire as they triumph 5-4 to snap a 3-game losing streak. The St. Louis Ambush continue to roll. They may be the biggest surprise this season. They go into the Lions' Den in Baltimore, flex some muscle, taking down the Blast 7-3. They have now won 4 of their last 5 games. So Baltimore had a chance to bounce back on Sunday in Utica. UCFC has had 8 games decided by 1 goal this season, and they've only won 3 of them. Heartbreaking stuff again on this day as the Blast take them down in a shootout, 8-7. Milwaukee traveled to Tacoma on Sunday. Oscar Flores and Alex Steinwasser both had 3 points as the Wave held on to edge the Stars, 7-6, the final score. And on Monday, St. Louis continued its winning ways on the blue turf in Utica. UCFC led 3-2 at the half, but it was all Ambush from that point on as they pulled away for the for win. And finally, Milwaukee and Empire hooked up on Monday, and suddenly the Strikers are turning heads again. They take down the first place Wave 8-7 to notch their second straight win. And congratulations going out to Chad Vandegrift of the Kansas City Comets, who last week became the MASL's all-time leader in appearances with his 226th, surpassing some pretty elite company in Ian Bennett, Frank Taillou, and other league royalty. Chad is one of the best defenders in MASL history. He has won the league's Defender of the Year award twice in 2021, 22, and again last season. So congratulations, Chad, on the accomplishment. Your scoring leaders on top, Alex Sanchez from Milwaukee, tied with Rian Marquez from KC. Then it's Zach Reggett with 32 points, Super Mario Alvarez with 31, and Sergio Pinal with 30 points to round out your top 5. And your Capelli Players of the Week are William Banaheny in goal, Rian Marquez offensively from KC, and Mario Alvarez getting the defensive nod from the Milwaukee Wave.
Our furry friends on the concourse.
And welcome back to Baltimore. As a great Hall of Fame ceremony at the half, Tony Donatelli inducted into the Blast Hall of Fame. We are ready for third quarter action. Wave will restart, and we are underway here in quarter number 3. Blast clear it. Wave take it right back. Alvarez shot, that's blocked off the line. Billy, long halftime. It has to be really tough. Here's a shot and a goal as Alvarez puts it home. 19 seconds into the third. Tough to get your legs back, right?
Yeah, it's going to take them some time to get back going here. As soon as Milwaukee just got back in the game with that goal right off the start.
19 seconds in, it's really a nice play here by Alvarez as the deflection goes right to him, makes no mistake there on the finish. So Alvarez on the pinball gets Milwaukee back within 1. Let's go down to the corner. Frater, Spina. It's the return pass from Diesel. Alvarez picks up goal number 17 on the season. Steinwasser picks up the assist. For Alex Steinwasser, it's assist number 12. Frater, double team, triple team, gets it through, and Ospina goes flying over Banaheny, who made the save. Schindler turns the corner, but turns it over. Now Javier Steinwasser puts it into the corner. Good box out there by Porch on Carvalho, and Rodriguez picks it up. Long outlet for Williams. De Silva heads that away, and come the Wave. Carvalho with a drive off the corner of the glass. I think it hit the pole actually to get a goalkeeper distribution for Rodriguez. Thought Tony did a good job at the half, right?
Oh yeah, he did great. Great speaker. I don't think he missed anybody in his speech. He thanked everyone.
That's the challenge, right?
It is. You don't want to forget anyone, but you might here and there.
Did you hear from anybody after you did it?
No, nobody blamed me or said I didn't forget them. So
all right, well that's good.
I'm hoping I did a good enough job when I was up there.
No, that's good. That's good. Coming out hot for Porch. He's able to swing it to the far side for Pereira. Juan takes a look and then dumps it for Mello. Cemento lets it go to the corner for Williams. Quick turn from Nico, but a good job defending there by Walls. Backs Nico all the way back to the yellow. Porch regroups. Picked up by Alvarez, and it's back for Pereira. On surveys, gets a step. Plays it back for Diesel now. Porch dribbles through, and Diesel launches it to the corner. Howard, Cam Will clears, and Blaster right back on it. Diesel makes a run, Bad pass for Ospina. Luckily, he's able to deflect it off of Camwell. It'll be a kick in for the Blast right along the board. So Ospina will trigger it in. Rodriguez has some space on the far side. Long shot off the crossbar as he ripped that one. Steinwasser to the corner. Out muscles Thompson, leaves it back. Great chance here. Esqueda with a shot and a save by the Blast. It'll be a kick in from the far side for Milwaukee.
Great save there.
Well, Rodriguez just missed from long range as he hit it off the crossbar. Julian has 7 assists on the year.
7?
7.
That's impressive.
Alvarez shot, go! Alvarez!
That was a great finish.
Upper 90, ties the game at 4. That's the Mario Alvarez show here in the third quarter, 2 straight. A timeout from the Blast. Alvarez now with 18 goals and 5 goals in 3 games against the Blast this year. Time of Alvarez's goal, 2:51. And just like that, we are tied at 4. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. And MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And Billy, just to get back to Tony Donatelli, 186 games played, 169 career goals and 164 career assists, 333 points, so averaging about 2 points a game, 21 power play goals. Here's the big numbers for Tony for me. 15 game-winning goals in the regular season and 5 game-winning goals in the playoffs. None bigger than we saw on the screen from Mexico, where he won and put it home to win the championship.
I mean, he has an impressive resume there to put him in the Hall of Fame for sure. I mean, obviously, he's the type of player that you want on your team, and he came up clutch for the Blast so many times.
Yeah, 39 career playoff games, 3-time champion, the Minister of Defense in the house, Ronnie Simmons. And, Billy, a really good turnout from former Blast players for Tony Donatelli.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's guys that haven't even played with Tony, I think. So, you know, a lot of support here in Baltimore.
Rodriguez flicks it forward. Williams chests it down in the midfield. Nico loses the handle. Carvalho has a shot loose, still loose, and finally the Blast sweep it away. Milwaukee takes it back. Esqueda crosses. Good ball back for Huffman, and Derek will settle things down for Milwaukee. Ferdinand steps on and gives it away. Pereira back heel for Porch. He gets taken down by Hain and without call. Free kick for the Blast. Nascimento will trigger this in. Rodriguez off the boards, but easily read there by Ferdinand. Silla helps out with the steal. Now the Blast have some numbers. Nascimento, Pereira, back for Marco, can't really do anything with it, so the Blast will back it out. Rivero waves to his teammates that he's going to make a change, and now the Blast will get a couple of players on the field.
Great ball.
Frater, Pereira, drive just wide. Silla puts it into the upper deck. Benahene will get a goalkeeper distribution here. Blast trying to answer the wave there from long range, but Pereira's drive was just wide, and then good chance for Omar on the rebound, but couldn't stay on top of that.
That was better play from the Blast there. Getting the balls into their target, getting a couple of good shots.
Blast steal the outlet. And play through Rodriguez. Good ball off the boards. Diesel. Run off by Alvarez. Thompson shields off Flores and pays the price for it. Quick outlet. Porch runs it down in the corner. Lance Johnson here tonight. Near three-line violation. It lands just short. And Thompson gives it away. Rodriguez right there. Julian will take his time and finally goes far side. Walls kicks it away from Frater. Ospina runs on. Eber. Porch. Oh, room. Schindler, toe poke, score! Jake Schindler from the back line puts it home, and the Blaster back on top. Well, if you're going to pick a guy to mark, you're going to probably go to Porch, but you can't give Schindler that much room, Billy, and he makes him pay.
Yeah, it's always good when a defender can chip in with a point here or there, and you know, it was wide open. Nice little toe poke for the goal.
Time of the goal, 5:05, and another great setup here by Porch. His second assist of the night. I'll tell you what, Ben Henne had most of that goal covered, and it was a nice touch by Schindler there to find that far post.
Yeah, it was a good finish.
Quick turn, comes around and by everyone. Cemento steps in front of Huffman, and Derek Huffman is called for the foul. Tightly called contest tonight, Billy.
Yep.
Rivera makes a turn. Fouls with De Silva. Mike De Silva on loan to Milwaukee from Harrisburg. De Silva pushes Guevara to the turf and play on. Guevara does well to get back though and take it back. Cemento double teamed and Javier Steinwasser takes away. Great pass up for Hain, and it's loose and it goes wide. Rodriguez is down and Julian is injured. And immediately the Blast training staff is on the field to tend to Julian Rodriguez. And this does not look good, Billy.
No, he's definitely laboring, I think, his left arm there.
Yeah, left shoulder. Hopefully it's just something where he got run into and it's not a bigger issue.
It could have just been the way he fell right here.
Yeah.
I think it was just the way he fell.
Take a look at the replay. Great ball for Hain. And then I don't know how Rodriguez got a hand on that. And then he gets run into by the Wave. I think this is Carvalho who comes in late here. Yeah, it looked like he kicked him. Actually looked like Carvalho may have just kicked him right in the shoulder. Rodriguez will play it short. Julian looks to try to shake this off now. Good ball to the corner for Frater. Caban plays it out. Diesel right back on it. Pereira gets taken down to the floor. He's down. Diesel gets his shot blocked. Pereira's still down on the floor. They keep playing. Blast look to clear. Frater with a good turn. Ospina off the bench and a sliding tackle there by Walls to save a possible breakaway.
Great defensive play there in the back.
Well, Pereira was able to get off. Ospina came on and almost was a beneficiary of a break. Flores can't turn around on Diesel, and Rodriguez clears. Frater, great turn here on Alvarez. 2-on-1, Frater off the boards in front. Porch can't put it home. A little bit behind Chad, who was running through the box. I don't know, Billy, maybe a little bit of inexperience there in the indoor game for Chad?
Yeah, think that ball just needed to be played a little bit closer to the goal, get him more of a chance in the middle of the goal there.
But the other thing too, don't you really need to just check up there? I mean, if you check up, you're pretty much just playing the ball off that board, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, David Bascom, the head coach of the Blast, used to make a living in the box.
Yep.
Toe poke save Rodriguez. Williams gives it right back. Wave regroup midway through the third. Alvarez cuts it back, but has nowhere to go. Max settles things down for the Wave. Flores on the turn. Bumped by Schindler. Nice job by Schindler to make the run with Flores. Quick turn here, that's blocked. Javier Steinwasser. Some extended possession time here. Huffman on the floor now. He's picked up by Schindler. That one goes by everyone. Williams can't handle, but Mello supports and chases Correa down to the corner. That one, though, around the turn, and it's an easy play for Benahene. Just need to mention Jason Dieter in the house tonight. One of the all-time pranksters on the Baltimore Blast. Did Dieter ever get you on the road, Billy?
I don't believe so, but he's definitely one of those guys where you didn't know what to expect from him.
Dieter and Stitz. I mean, I'll tell you what, you would probably laugh if you went over to Curly and told all the students over there the antics of Barry Stitz in the day, right?
I didn't play with Barry.
Wait, you were post Barry Stitz?
Yes.
All right. Thompson. After like 35 years, boy, they all start running together, you know that.
Sorry. But I did get the chance to play with Dieter. I came in with Bowers when Bowers and Lance were like the last couple of years.
Yeah. Of course, Sean Bowers part of that first championship team.
Yeah.
That series in Milwaukee. Wave had that big fourth quarter lead. Billy, the controversial three-point goal.
There's no need to bring that up. It was a three the whole way. That was one of the best games I've ever been a part of.
Just a crazy game. Squatch gets taken down. God, just so much history between these two teams. It's crazy.
Biggest rival, man. It's a lot different today than it was when we played. Like, there was blood and everything else during our games when we played. It was crazy. We did not get along with Milwaukee at all.
Here's Mello. Omar. Pereira's shot right home. Benahene to make the save. Shout out to Tom and Art back in Milwaukee. The Wave broadcasters know they're watching here tonight. Ball kicked away. Right back. Steinwasser blocked by Schindler.
Right place, right time.
And Baltimore tries to clear again. Hayne has it. He can't pull the trigger. Blast. Close quarters. Mello breaks out. What's Mello got in the tank here? Little toe poke, but to himself, and great play, but Benahene read that one. Great job by Milwaukee defensively to get to that one. Let's grab Tony for a second. Billy, slide your headset over to Tony. And as we watch the play here in the near corner, let's bring on the newest member of the Blast Hall of Fame, Tony Donatelli. Welcome in, Tony.
Thanks, Paul. Great to be here.
Congratulations on tonight. Just talk about the half. I'll tell you what, hang with me. We got to take a break. Hang with me. We'll talk to Tony after the break. Blast lead at 5-4 with 3:53 left in the third. Back with more third quarter.
Okay. Great. Good. Ready for something new?
Yeah.
How about new games from the Maryland Lottery that are letting you go for the gold? Like the Keno Team USA Second Chance promotion. From now until February 22nd, enter Keno tickets into My Lottery Rewards for a chance to win a trip for two to the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles or a Team USA merchandise pack.
I meant like a new workout.
Yeah.
Play today.
If you are looking for the best indoor soccer experience, it doesn't get better than the Baltimore Blast. Right here in Towson Arena.
Welcome back to Baltimore. Blast lead at 5-4 over the Wave. Excited to be joined by the newest member of the Blast Hall of Fame, Tony Donatelli. Welcome in, Tony. Congratulations. Just talk to me. How was it at halftime, and what were the feelings?
Yeah, it was special. Obviously, having my family and my parents come down from Philadelphia, having my wife and kids there, it was incredible. You know, when you play this game, you're never playing to be in a Hall of Fame one day. You're just playing to enjoy the game, and so to be honored was really special.
We could sit here and take up the rest of the second half talking about your accomplishments. I guess let's start with the biggest ones, though. I mean, the game-winning goal in Mexico, right? That has to be the all-time best, right?
Oh, yeah, that's at the top of the list. That environment was crazy. I mean, a game that was back and forth, to be able to score a game-winning goal in the championship game in overtime is something you dream of, and so that was definitely the best.
Take us through that whole atmosphere what you talked about, because it's not like, you know what, Tony, it's not like it's a hatred. It's just an unbelievable passion they have for soccer down there, and it's just a great atmosphere to be a part of.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, like you said, they're so passionate about the game. They packed probably 12,000 people into that arena. It was a USA versus Mexico type atmosphere, and so to go into a hostile environment like that, to have your backs against the wall and just to find a way, it's what made those teams special, and was honestly a great time.
Talked about the playoffs, 39 games played. There's so many other moments, Tony. 5 game-winning playoff goals. I mean, talk about the mindset of wanting to be the guy to make the big play at the end of a game.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a special person to have to do that. And luckily for those teams, we had so many of those guys that wanted the ball in their foot when the game was on the line. And it's something I've always cherished and looked for, even when I was a young kid, that I trusted my preparation, and I knew that I would give myself and our team a good chance to win if I had that on my foot.
Ed Hale, the owner of the Blast, is up here with us. Talk about what he's meant, just the commitment he's had to this organization throughout the years.
Yeah, like I said during my speech, he's a special owner. You don't find many like him in any sport, and so the amount of time and investment that he puts into the team, not only with the resources but with his passion and love for the game, makes Baltimore such a place that everybody wants to play, and obviously the success speaks for itself.
So shot goal! Oh, what a play by Schindler! Guevara sets it up, and Schindler puts it home to restore the 2-goal Blast lead. Well, how about that, Tony? Just another defender going to goal and making things happen.
Yeah, it's a great play, and Jake's having a heck of a game. I think that's a hat trick for him. He's had some big blocks, and you know, a player like him coming in, such a smart player, veteran of the game, and he's definitely making a difference here tonight.
That's a real strong physical play by Guevara in the corner, too. He out-muscled his defender there to get towards goal to make that play happen.
Yeah, no, that's what you ask for your target forwards. Hold up the ball, find runners in the box, and Guevara's, you know, a passionate fight. He fights a lot in those corners, grinds out balls, and makes plays, and that was a great ball there and into Jake and getting that goal.
So we talked to some people. We thought A+ speech at the half. Do you think you got everybody in? I guess the biggest thing, right?
I don't think I did. I tried to get everybody, and it's impossible with the amount of teammates that you've had that made an impact on me, the special people in this organization, the fans. I mean, I tried to get as many as I could. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody. But, yeah.
And, Tony, the other big thing, too, was just the support, the turnout from the guys from the past, the Hall of Fame members. It has to be fantastic to see that.
Unbelievable. I mean, those guys were the ones that you look up to as a kid, and when you first come to Baltimore, some of those guys I actually played against, Tariq Walker, and to have these guys Coming out here on a night like this, it really is meaningful and special to me.
I was kidding around with Billy Nelson talking about Tariq's son being in college. Kind of makes you feel a little bit old, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And I've watched him. He's a heck of a player, so he takes after his father, clearly.
All right, Tony, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thanks, Paul.
Appreciate the time, and congratulations on
Thank you
being
so
the News
much.
Hall of Famer. You got it.
Thank you so much.
Tony Donatelli joining us here in the third quarter. We're going to play past the headset now, because now we're going to be joined by Blast owner Ed Hale. Ed, what a fantastic ceremony at halftime. Just your thoughts and kind of what Tony Donatelli meant to this team.
Tony Donatelli is one of the best pros we've ever had here. You know that. Donatelli is Italian for being in the right place at the right time. He was well positioned all over the place. Here we go.
Here we go. Restart yellow line for the Blast. We're looking to add on here. Pereira's shot blocked. That'll be a corner for the Blast.
Tony scored one of the all-time great goals that I've ever seen in Sonora to win the championship in sudden death. It was unbelievable. The angle that he got, it was terrific. I don't know if were you there?
I wasn't there. I saw it on television. But give us a description, because Tony talked about the atmosphere. What was it like in the stands to be a part of that?
I had 6 bodyguards. That'll give you an idea. They're pretty they're pretty avid fans, and they were actually very nice to me. But it was just real exciting and emotional.
Well, Tony, not just that moment, but I talked to Tony. 5 game-winning playoff goals, 15 regular season game-winning goals. I mean, just had the knack. You mentioned it, right place, right time. Just had the knack to make the big play for you guys.
Yeah, it was really uncanny. I hated to see him when we were playing up in Philadelphia. He was always in a position to score, or he was setting up a score. He was extraordinary.
Last 30 seconds here of the third. Blast holding on to the 2-goal lead. Alvarez dumps it to the corner. Good turn by Flores. Little toe poke. Schindler right there defensively to knock it down.
How good is Schindler playing tonight?
Outstanding. 4-on-2 for the Blast.
4-on-2.
Thompson, Porch, Mello, save Benahene. Loose ball, Thompson shot just over the bar. 5 seconds, 3-line violation. And
here we go.
Let's see if it's either going to be a 3-line or it's going to be a top of the arc restart for a defensive clearance. So the Blast, with
top of the arc.
3.7 seconds left, will have a top of the arc restart opportunity. Let's see what David Bascom can pull out of his.
And there's Derek Huffman out there pleasantly trying to convince them otherwise.
Of course.
He's a piece of work, that boy.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I actually like him.
All right, so Omar's going to preside here with a 3-man wall. Blasco in, Silla blocked. That goes out of play with 1.4 left. So see if the Blast just drive this one towards the goal here and see if something can happen. Maybe a crazy bounce here with 1.4 left. All right, so back up the wall, 2-man wall here. Really all you can do here is just let it rip.
Yep.
Not too much time to do anything else with 1.4 left. Mello runs off, Silla off the boards in front, kicked out by Escueda, and that's going to do it here for quarter number 3. Milwaukee with the first 2 goals in the quarter, but 2 Jake Schindler goals for the Blast restored the 2-goal lead as we head towards quarter number 4. Back with fourth quarter action after the break here from CQ Arena.
Right now, Blast fans, we direct your attention to Philadelphia. They're the most beautiful, most talented girls in the MASL. Let's hear it for your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders.
one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win. Win.
What are we waiting for? No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Campbell. Uh-huh. What kind of power you got?
Oh, man, you know I got some soul power.
This could be the greatest night of our lives.
We shut them down because we can.
They don't know.
You're hard.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Check them out at MASLsoccer.com. And new for 2026, staff writer Joseph Reyna and veteran coach Mark Litton explain the game with perspectives from both sides of the glass. MASL's newest show, Soccer Signal. In-depth analysis, comprehensive breakdowns, and exclusive interviews from coaches around the league. Don't miss Soccer Signal every other Thursday on MASL TV. Well, Billy, got to be happy with that third quarter. The defender, Jake Schindler, coming through with a couple of big goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's having himself a good game, and it's going to be a good fourth quarter here to watch.
Now, you didn't do this too much, but you got to know when to stick your nose in as a defender, right, and try to get up in the run of play.
Yeah, I think you want to keep their offensive players honest, you know, and try to put as much pressure on them as possible. So if you're able to get forward and chip in here or there with a goal, you know, it's more or less demoralizing for them offensively where they're not scoring on you, but then you're scoring on them.
Glass taken away. Ball swept towards the far side, and Sanchez over there. Now, Ferdinand leaves it off Carvalho. Check that, that's Sanchez over there. He shoots, that's well over the glass. And maybe some of that frustration kind of showing there, Billy, from long range that time.
Yeah, things aren't going their way right now. They're just going to try to pull the trigger from anywhere to try to get a goal back here. Down a couple goals early in the fourth.
Looks like Rodriguez is trying to tough it out here. Really hasn't cranked up and thrown the ball downfield after that injury. Get a foul here on Milwaukee. Frater gets taken down, so it'll be a free kick for the Blast on the far side of the offensive end. Silva picks up that foul, and Silla triggers in. Last hold possession, Diesel, Mello, Omar. Ospina gives it away. De Silva with a nice read there, but Frater right back. Cavan takes it right back. Frater now. Around De Silva. Now Diesel steps in on De Silva. And again, Diesel just sticking up for his teammate. Late whistle there. De Silva's down. I would not be surprised to see a challenge flag here from Milwaukee on that tackle by Diesel. Let's take a look. Frater gets tripped up, and then Diesel with, I don't know, that's a pretty good tackle.
Yeah, chest to chest there.
That's a pretty good dive by De Silva. Not sure if they made contact. Referees will discuss this. Here comes the official. I guess we're going to get a review here. And there we go. There's the flag. And I think what we're going to be looking for here, Billy, is if Mike Diesel headbutted
is a foul
De Silva here.
Sorry. Call on the field is a foul.
Like
Milwaukee is charging potential blue card for the challenge after the play.
All right, so we're going to go under the hood again here. Second challenge we've seen here tonight. Blast with an earlier challenge that was denied. So initial foul here as De Silva trips up Frater. Good tackle there, and then the two guys take exception, and didn't really look like there was any contact. De Silva.
It actually should just be a foul on Milwaukee there, right here. That's a foul.
It was.
Diesel came in hard. Yep, doesn't really touch him. A lot of acting there, I think.
So we'll continue to look at this. I think the thing that Diesel may have going for him is the delayed reaction from De Silva.
Just slightly.
We're never going to be able to hear what she says.
Is blue card for Baltimore for after the play. Milwaukee returns their challenge.
A blue.
Well, there you go. So Diesel's going to head to the box. And another power play for Milwaukee. They're 1 for 1 tonight, as it was a very efficient Milwaukee power play in that first half. The original foul was on Milwaukee, so it's going to be Blast ball. There's the original foul, and then after the play was over, so the Blast will restart here with Milwaukee up a man.
Milwaukee's number 18, Mike De Silva.
Now, see if the Blast can pick Diesel up here and kill off this penalty. Now, De Silva on the near side. And the Wave will set things up with $1:40 left on the man advantage. Mello, Pereira, Nascimento, and Thompson, the penalty killers for the Blacks. Milwaukee content to kick it around the outside here. They don't have anybody in the middle right now. There's Hayne running to the post. Now, Andre will pop inside. Carvalho takes a look. Alvarez, good ball. Far side shot blocked. Sanchez does well to recover. 50 left on the power play. Max with some room, dumps it. Carvalho, topo, goal. Hayne as he picks up the rebound in front of the nets. And the Milwaukee Wave cash in on the power play again. And they cut the lead to 1 at 6-5. Hayne from Carvalho at 2:28 to make it a 6-5 game. Again, nothing too complicated. Just get it to the corner and make things happen. That's exactly what Milwaukee does here.
Blast have to stop giving them the opportunity on the power play. 2 for 2 now.
Schindler plays it back. Shot here by Rodriguez goes into the crowd, so going to goalkeeper distribution for the Wave. Willie B will distribute here. Gives it away. Rivera. Space shot. Oh, he hit the post. Now, Jairo beat Willie B, but he couldn't get it on target. It was that close to being a 2-goal lead. Another one of those plays you hope the Blast don't regret later on. Frater gets pushed off along the boards. Ospina wins the ball back. Porch. Back for Thompson, and box resets. Diesel's clearance is knocked away. Knocked away again, but this time it ricochets right back to Alvarez. Frater wide open, just couldn't quite chest it down in front of him, and Blast will have to retreat. Pereira gets called for the foul. Delay game here on Juan. Pereira frustrated with the officials, but you got to keep playing. You got to.
Yeah, you got to stop worrying about the officiating right now. I mean,
just play the game.
You're in a dogfight. One-point game.
And free kick here for Milwaukee. Carvalho. This one well wide. Rodriguez distributes. Again goes short. Quick up for Williams. Nico, one of the young Blast players, got some time. Played well at times. Again, just one of those young players that sometimes good, sometimes bad. Then Henne makes the play and clears it up the boards. So maybe a little bit of inexperience there, as probably the best play there was off the boards, building to two teammates, right?
Yep, I was just thinking that. He had a little bit more time than he thinks, but you know, sometimes when you're in that moment, you really don't know which way to go. He'll learn as he gets older, though.
Nico, good job to win the ball. Turns, shot just wide by Porch. Pereira runs it down. Pops free, and out come the Wave now. They've got some numbers. They're changing. They go to the bench instead. Ferdinand steps out. Settles things down with just about 5 minutes played here in the fourth. Milwaukee, the only goal of the fourth quarter on the power play. Now 2 for 2 tonight with the man advantage. Frater, he gets fouled by Sanchez. Free kick Blast, far side. Frater stays on, Blast make changes. Diesel back on the floor with Thompson. Thompson to the corner for Frater. Silla. Oh, Thompson nearly gives it away. Diesel, though, right there. Rodriguez, good ball. Silla. It's tripped up by Correa and got called. And Guevara runs out. Gets a quick pass from Silla. Quick turn. Shot. Goal! Jairo Guevara with another big fourth quarter goal. And the Blast lead it by 2, 7-5. Billy, we talked about this before, just how fast Silla just gets the ball in. Just get it to your target and let him go to work.
I mean, it's a great ball in. And let the target do the work there. He's able to turn quick here and finish. Great finish.
Timeout on the floor. Wave take a timeout. Gives me a chance to tell you about MASL Monday. Every Monday night on MASL TV, on YouTube and CBS Sports Galazzo Network. Alex Bastavansky, Phil Lavanko, joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Remember, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. And Billy, you see the far side here. I think we're going to get a goalkeeper change.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised.
Well, here's what you're going to see. So basically, they're going to go with Perez here with under 10 to play, and Perez is just going to come up and play pretty much as the sixth attacker. Yep. Perez on the season in goal, 2-2-1 on the year with a .574 goals against average and a .610 save percentage. He does have 4 goals on the year, along with 1 assist. So I don't know if you'll see it right this second, but during the break and the timeout, Milwaukee definitely was warming up Perez, and let's see if he stays on the field or not.
I mean, I'd be a bit surprised if they want to try to pull the goalie up a little bit here with 9:29 left. That's plenty of time, only down by 2 goals.
Well, especially in this arena.
Yeah, they're going to get their chances. So,
well, Milwaukee's going to go for it. And we've seen this, you know, this is, Billy, this is the in vogue thing now in the league. Onoa Abasi in Empire.
Well, there's nobody in goal right now.
Onoa Abasi in Empire uses this tactic for a lot of the game. You'll see his goalkeeper, he'll come up and be a part of the offense for most of the game.
Yeah, that's definitely different.
And we
I mean, it can backfire, though.
Yeah, here's Perez now. Blast will go with that 6th attacker defense. Sanchez blocked. Plays it back. Dangerous play here as Pereira gets run into by Ferdinand. And Juan has really played a physical game for the Blast. He's going to be in the cold tub after the game.
Yep, a little ice bath.
And the one thing to point out here is that this is the 4th game in 8 days for the Blast. So
yeah, their legs are going to be feeling it right now. They're going to have to get changes as soon as they get the ball, though.
You know, David tried to make some changes tonight. Might try to go in threes a little bit, try to get some other players on the field, just to try to save some legs. Blast take it away and clear, and it'll go down into the Milwaukee end. Perez will run it down. Approaching 8 minutes to play. I always thought the best defense for the 6th attacker was scoring a goal. Yourself, right?
Yeah. I mean, you'll take a goal any way you can get it when you're on the 6th attacker, because as soon as they score, they know that it's pretty much over.
Except for here. All right, under 8 to play.
True.
Ferdinand swings it near side. Alvarez stolen away. Battle for the ball. Melo takes it away. Melo plays it to space. Pereira's not going to get there, as Carvalho was able to cover. Blast will regroup. Good idea. Play to space.
Yeah, I mean, it killed about, what, 15 seconds or so.
Well, the one thing you definitely want to do here is play to space. You don't want to try to make too many fancy plays in the midfield, end up turning the ball over and then giving up a goal.
Yeah, just keeping the ball on the ground is key here. Don't give up a restart or a violation of any kind.
Alvarez missed by about 2 feet.
Yeah, make him shoot from the outside.
Winds up again. Perez misses the near post. Sanchez and Ferdinand. We have so many shooters. It's crazy. Sanchez far side. Oh, loses the handle. Blast take it away off the boards. Melo cuts it back, shoots, and Alvarez gets back to make that play defensively. 6:30 left. Drive off the heel of Chad Porch. Good battle by Thompson on the far side. Alvarez. Blast would love a ball out of play. These guys have been on the field for a long time. Alvarez. Perez. Shot off the crossbar. Keeps it in play, though, with 6:05. Next ball out of play will be a media timeout. So Blast will be able to regroup. They just don't want to be taken out of the back of their net to make it that timeout.
Yeah, they're going to need that break. We're running on a 4-minute shift here.
Perez.
Great save.
Rodriguez. Cemento. Clears to the midfield. Alvarez runs it down with 5:40 left. So we've run about 4.5 minutes of game clock. And I think Milwaukee's got one shot on goal.
Yeah, I mean, the Blast are doing a good job of keeping everything to the outside. We've been fortunate they've hit the crossbar a couple of times.
That's number 2, yep. Alvarez that time, off the bar. Rodriguez, Porch, Mello, Thompson. Thompson's got to be gassed.
I think they're all gassed.
Ball comes free along the turn. If I was the Blast, I would have just kicked it out of play.
Yeah. Give them a break.
Well, they don't change. They had a chance to change there and nobody came off.
No. They're going to stick it out.
David, this is his 6-man defense. He stay with him. Ferdinand can't pull the trigger. Alvarez gets some space, shoots. Rodriguez save. And picks it up.
Maybe a timeout? Nope.
Nope, he's going to keep playing. Great outlet, Porch. Porch chips just wide.
That's unlucky there.
Schindler and Diesel come in. Porch anchors the top of that house. 4:20 left. Going right down to the wire in this one. Blast lead up by 2. Porch chests it to the corner. Ferdinand. 4 minutes to play. Alvarez looks. Tough pass there, knocked away. Porch, good speed, and hits the official and goes out of play. It's off of Alvarez, they say. It's going to be a kick in for the Blast. This should be a media timeout. And it is. 3:51 left in the fourth. Blast lead up by 2. Back with more fourth quarter action after the break on MASL TV.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Fidelity Building Services Group is a national technical services provider for commercial, industrial, and institutional facilities. Our team delivers proactive, world-class service and innovative building solutions, including HVAC services, design build, engineered retrofits, smart building controls, system integration, energy consulting, emergency power generation, and award-winning mission-critical services.
Welcome back. Blast by 2. 7-5 in the fourth. 3:51 left. Disagree with the call tonight? You might see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. And the lights are bright. Fans are loud. You're watching the Wave and the Blast here tonight live. Don't forget, though, you can subscribe to MASLplus.tv and you can watch replays. You can pull off clips. You can check out all your favorite statistics on all your favorite teams on MASL Plus. And don't forget as well, this month, MASL, it's a It's Heart Month and a cardiac emergency. Every minute counts. Visit heart.org to learn what you can do to help become part of the nation's lifesaver. Now here we go, 3:51, Blast. Play it into the corner. Dug out of the turn. Blast will take it away. Rodriguez. Cemento back heels it down the floor. Bad touch. Bello. Oh, couldn't get it through for Thompson.
That's a handball for sure that they missed.
Well, Blast can't do anything about it. They lost their challenge in the first quarter, so doesn't matter. Sanchez, Ferdinand. Sanchez far side, 3:10 left. Ferdinand leaves it for Alvarez.
The challenge rule is completely new to me, Paul.
That's okay. Milwaukee still has their challenge flag. Their challenge was 1 as they turned the Diesel foul into a 2-minute penalty and cashed in on the power play. .2:35 left. Perez, good ball. Payne, quick return there. It's cleared. And they're going to force Alvarez to run all the way down the floor and regather with 2:25 left. Pereira now. We're into the point of the game now, Billy, where a Blast goal here would end it. Most likely.
Yep. One good clear right down the middle will do it.
Perez looking for goal number 6. Oh, and it's mishit by Hayne on the far post. Wow. What a break for the Blast.
I don't know if that was going to go in if he didn't touch it, but it would have been close.
Well, let's look. It was going to be wide, but that's a what? That's a tap-in goal,
That's a
right?
tap-in goal.
Blast give it right back. Mello back top of the box. Top of the house on this 6th attacker D. Sanchez back on the floor, 1:45 left. Blast are going to press now. I like this play. You're got a little bit of a cushion. Ball through, Perez scores goal number 6 of the season for Perez, and it's a 1-goal game.
That's a great ball to the back post off the boards. Good finish.
Well, Rodriguez couldn't get a piece of it. Take a look. Carvalho again with a great play around the boards. What a difference maker Carvalho has been for Milwaukee.
It's a great ball.
Patrick Thompson steps in. That's off of Thompson, so it'll be Milwaukee ball with 1:24 left. Milwaukee barely gets it away. Here we go, 1:18 left in this one. Ferdinand plays it back, Alvarez, 1:10 to play. Alvarez looks for some room, shoots, save Rodriguez to the corner. Ball cross is cleared. And this one goes out of play off the bounce. So it would be a kick in for Milwaukee with 53 seconds left. Quick turn, Haynes save. Porch to the corner, off the boards. Only far as Ferdinand. Oh, great ball near side. Perez off the boards. Ferdinand cleared by the Blast. Payne battles with Thompson. Perez with 20 seconds left. Foul called on the Blast. Free kick for Milwaukee with 21.9 left. Alvarez. Milwaukee trying to battle and stay in first place in the league. Shot save, rebound save, Rodriguez, and he gathers it in. Finally gathers it in. 8 seconds left. Julian fires it downfield. Oh, great play by Melo to the corner. 2 seconds, 1 second. That's gonna do it. Time expires and the Blast hold on for the 7-6 victory.
What a ball game. Wouldn't expect anything less from these two teams, right?
What a game. Ooh, take a breath.
It's a good finish.
Milwaukee gave it all they had at the end.
Just not enough.
Jairo Guerrero's fourth quarter goal was the game winner as he gave the Blast a 2-goal lead, 5:30 in. And a big win for the Blast as they slide, or they gain 3 more points in the standings. They go to 24 points on the year. Ambush are playing right now, and they are just boat racing Utica City 13-0. So
that sounds like a good one.
The Ambush, with that win and the Milwaukee loss, will move into a first-place tie with 30 points with the Wave. Ambush also will have the game in hand, and the Blast get a big win. They go 4 points up on the Strikers and the Stars in the standing. Let's take a look. Julian Rodriguez, how about the save of the game? And there was so many of them. Julian played so well tonight. Sponsored by the Maryland Lottery. And let's take a look at this one. Great parry to the far boards. That was in the fourth quarter. And Rodriguez denies Milwaukee. And he did it time and time again late in that fourth quarter. And I'm not sure he's 100% either, Billy. He's still playing with that shoulder issue.
He toughed it out and made a lot of great saves for the Blast tonight. Great job. Great win.
How about Jake Schindler picking up player of the game? It was the 2 Schindler goals in the third quarter that allowed the Blast to get some breathing room and make it 6-4 headed to the fourth quarter. So congratulations, Jake Schindler. So the Blast bring in, what's up, Tariq? The Blast bring in Schindler and Diesel, kind of settle things down defensively, and those guys are getting the job done right now as the Blast hold off of the 7-6.
Big time pickups for them. Big time goals. It's a huge win.
Billy, it's always a pleasure. It's much more fun at the casino, but hey, this is fun too.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much for tonight. We'll see you down the road.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Billy Nelson joining me here tonight. That's going to do it here from Baltimore. Once again, our final score, Blast 7, Wave 6. I'm Paul Mittermeier for Billy Nelson saying so long. You've been watching Blast Soccer on MASL TV.
Until next time, thanks for...
This is TU, where big college promises turn into life-changing action. Opportunity here isn't pie-in-the-sky thinking. It's out there in the world doing. Potential isn't in the future. It's now, in every line of code, in every creative spark. And discovery isn't starting from scratch. It's digging in to your existing momentum. Join a community of doers and grab life by the stripes at Towson University.
Okay. Great. Good. Ready for something new? Yeah.
How about new games from the Maryland Lottery that are letting you go for the gold? Like the Keno Team USA Second Chance promotion. From now until February 22nd, enter Keno tickets into My Lottery Rewards for a chance to win a trip for 2 to the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles or a Team USA merchandise pack.
I meant like a new workout.
Yeah.
Play today.
As parents, we want to put our children on the right path, one that leads them to become intelligent, responsible, compassionate adults. That path begins with a Catholic education. Catholic schools inspire academic excellence with a balanced curriculum that integrates music, arts, world language, and Catholic faith, while challenging students in the areas of science, math, and technology. Help your child reach their full potential. Enroll in a Catholic school today.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery. that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. It's how we treat people.
The MASL would like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of the Major Arena Soccer League right here on MASL TV. I'm Peyton Behrens, alongside me, Cole Weaver, and it's the Tacoma Stars playing host to the San Diego Sockers, and we got a fun one on tap tonight, Cole. Tacoma, struggling team, but they make every single game here at the ShoWare Center close. San Diego, they're surging. They're looking for a top spot on the table. If all things go their way this weekend, they could find themselves on top of MASL by the end of the weekend. What are you expecting to see tonight?
Fireworks. Yeah, you said it properly. I mean, when you come up against a team that's struggling a little bit and needs to prove themselves, and a team that's really fighting for the title race, expect nothing but a good show here at the ShoWare.
Tacoma coming into this game a little beat up. No Logan Jones, no Tyler John, and no Luis Beretta, the sure-hand goalkeeper that the Tacoma Stars have relied on game in, game out. So Tacoma is going to look to some new faces tonight to try and keep things close, and some familiar faces that we've seen in the Tacoma Stars in years past, most notably Alessandro Canale, Matt Brame. Talk a little bit about these familiar faces making a return to the Tacoma Stars tonight, how pivotal that is for tonight's result.
Yeah, Denny Woolman in particular, I mean, he's a leader in his own right. He's a fan favorite here at the ShoWare, and he's 10 saves away from 2,000 from his career, which is something we'll keep an eye on throughout the evening. And the leadership likes of Matthew Blem, who ultimately has played across the league throughout the last decade or so. He's going to be an important figure tonight to kind of shore up that defense and make sure that everything stays all good.
Meanwhile, San Diego comes in for their last regular season visit to the Excesso ShoWare Center here, and they have familiar faces all around, but none other than the former Tacoma Star, the former league MVP, Nick Pereira. How is Tacoma going to be able to contain a guy like Nick Pereira with no Logan Jones?
Yeah, it's going to be a test. I mean, we talked about it obviously last time they were here. He was contained relatively well, I would say, but if the Stars are going to look to get a result tonight, he needs to be on a high priority list to make sure that he's controlled.
The Tacoma Stars are playing host to the San Diego Sockers, and kickoff is right around the corner, right here on MASL TV.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luntz. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
Hello, everyone. Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland from the 10th District of Washington State. Congratulations to the University of Washington Huskies on their NCAA men's soccer victory, the Huskies' first championship in this program's history. As a University of Washington graduate myself, I'm so proud to witness the Huskies secure this win in championship. I also want to wish good luck to the Tacoma Stars in their game against San Diego. Let's bring home another victory, and let's go Stars!
Fans, welcome back into the Excesso ShoWare Center. Peyton Behrens, Cole Weaver here. It's the Tacoma Stars hosting the San Diego Sockers. And the Major Arena Soccer League is proud to be collaborating with the American Heart Association to present Play with Heart Month. Visit heart.org to learn how you can support heart health. The Tacoma Stars are in desperation mode, it seems, looking for a win to try and climb the standings because it is a scary place down here in 7th. The San Diego Sockers, a great opportunity tonight to go top of the table, at least for the time being, with a win tonight. They can find themselves in a tie with Milwaukee and the St. Louis ambush. I know that's crazy to say based on what we saw just a month ago. All sorts of different scenarios can roll out. We should have a good one on hand tonight, Cole.
Yeah, Peyton, you and I were really
I guess looking at all the numbers pre-game here and trying to identify the impact of what different results this evening could have. And yes, the Stars are really in desperation mode to get 3 points back on the board coming off a 2-game losing streak, but these 3 points here tonight could be extremely vital to kind of give a jolt to their season and get them back in contention.
Think you can predict the MASL? Head on over to nxtbets.com to place your wagers on all the MASL action this season. Tacoma Stars are ready to get things kicked off. None other than Alessandro Canale in the center circle wearing the 89 for the Tacoma Stars. He is back. The Tacoma Stars are back here at home looking to get things rolling. Danny Waltman with an early touch here. This ball up the boards is intercepted well by Felipe Gonzalez. The starting 6 on the floor for the San Diego Sockers: Felipe Gonzalez, Leo de Oliveira, Sebastian Mendez, Boris Pardo is in the net, Cesar Cerda, and Craig Childs rounds out the 6. Tacoma Stars are wearing the white jerseys with the purple trim. Tonight is celebrating the University of Washington men's soccer team who won the Division I men's soccer national championship just a few months ago. It was an amazing run by the Huskies, and the Stars tonight wearing white and purple jerseys to celebrate and honor that squad.
What an incredible game that was. Overtime, drama, late goals, amazing goals, everything that you'd want out of a collegiate final, and massive credit to the Huskies to get it done and bring it home.
Briscoe turns out of a little bit of pressure after he wins it. The Tacoma Stars are also wearing red armbands tonight. You'll see those all throughout the game. Tonight is our Play with Heart game to raise awareness on being prepared for cardiac emergency, which could happen at any time. The Stars are wearing the American Heart Association armbands, and you can win your favorite player's autograph armbands. Later on, we'll show a QR code. You can scan that QR code, place your bids, and 100% of the proceeds will go to the American Heart Association. Pardo plays this ball out of the defensive third. Ruggles battles with Na. This is Ramos, and now Briscoe.
Really interesting starting mix of players. Obviously, we've talked about it over the past couple weeks, but the Stars have been a little bit short-handed with various injuries.
Briscoe fouled in the corner, whistle blown by Kelsey Harms.
We're seeing the likes of Eddie Na step into the starting lineup. Obviously 2 goals last week. Really strong performance. Going to need a big game for him tonight. Really filling the shoes of Tyler John.
Briscoe settles, swings. Briscoe's going to get called for a foul, a little late poke. Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at miter.com. Here's Pereira, brings this ball down. Nestor Hernandez in behind. Matt Brame with the interception. Welcome back to the Tacoma Stars, the number 55, Matt Brame. He gets shoulder checked by Leo de Oliveira. Cox for Romero. Fernandez with a strike. It's heavy. It misses out. This is Nestor Hernandez, the former Dallas sidekick. Romero wants to go forward at Gonzalez. Caceres. Confident play from the Tacoma Stars early, is just about 3 minutes through tonight's contest. Here's Canale, top of the arc, turning. So a couple of new faces to the Tacoma Stars this season, but no strangers to MASL or the Tacoma Stars in general. Ramos goes forward. But Alessandro Canale is playing his 69th career game. Whistle blown in the corner. And Matt Brame is playing in his 89th career MASL game. Brame, 22 goals, 30 assists coming into tonight. Canale, 45 goals, 23 career assists.
Yeah, these are definitely veterans that they're bringing in as reinforcements. They have a little bit of a skeleton squad with the original group. But these players will bring experience, and they'll bring a different flair as well, which might ultimately be helpful.
Mendez on his left, Waltman with a save. 9 saves away from 2,000 career Danny Waltman.
Yeah, we'll be closely tracking that here tonight. Incredible accomplishment if he reaches it here this evening. A legend of the game. Goalkeepers on both sides, legends of the game. Even those in reserve.
Boris Pardo getting the start for the Sockers tonight. Chris Toth on the bench. Still recovering from that hand injury, but he is ready to go if needed. Chris Toth, the former Tacoma Star. It's Jose Gonzalez. Ruggles lobs the ball forward, looking for So the Stars are put in trouble early,
Tacoma team penalty,
and we'll see who goes to serve.
Penalty for too many men on the field.
That's just lazy, and it's an amateur mistake from the home side. We talked about it last week, Peyton, but that was the difference between them getting all 3 points, or at least challenging all 3 points, and losing. So we'll see if this has any major implications on the game.
Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. San Diego gets things started on this power play, only converting 27% of power plays coming into tonight. Tacoma Stars, one of the worst teams in the league on the power play, but San Diego not far behind them. Pereira. Swung into the corner, this is Morales. Top of the arc, it's rolled down, it's deflected. It's not fully across the line. Whistle blows, we're gonna get a video review. It was last touched by Jesus Pacheco, who's thinking he has his 6th goal. Danny Waltman got low, got to the corner. Cole, I'm going to be honest, I think from that angle.
On the field is no goal. This is a referee-initiated review for goal, no goal.
I think from our angle here, and we saw it pretty well, I think that ball fully crossed the line. San Diego has the opener.
I think I agree with you. We have a perfect angle just kind of sitting right over where that goal line is. And we're even facing the direction that Danny Waltman dove into. And it's a really well-worked play.
There's Pacheco just getting that little touch. Maybe Chase Hansen's blocking just enough for the video to overturn this. Remember, the call on the field is no goal.
This is going to be the angle.
And there's the ball off Waltman's right hand. And there's that ball all the way across. It's going to be an opening goal for San Diego. I think that's undisputable.
They're looking at it real close. There's a little bit of a bobble as it comes off of his hand, off of his head.
That ball's fully past the post, out of frame right there. Cole, are you seeing anything that's going to keep this call on the field standing?
It's tough. I'm trying to see that little yellow speck
Danny Waltman got 2 hands to that one, pushed it right back into play. This is with Childs. Childs has the captain's band on tonight. This ball goes down low. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Inside out for the San Diego Sockers. This ball's pinging around. Morales faces up Caceres. Pereira plays inward, skip past Morales. Waltman with a foot save, he pushes it away.
The
Stars fought off the power play, but not out of danger yet. Goes to Pereira in the corner. Canale back onto the field.
Dream start for the legend, Danny Waltman. Straight into the thick of things. That's what you want as a goalkeeper. Last thing is just kind of sitting around and being idle in a game. You don't get your hand on the ball until maybe the second quarter occasionally. But straight to business and a couple really big saves, keeping his team in the game early.
Stars and the Sockers both went for changes. Pardo tries to go long up the wall. It's around Ramos. Childs turns on the ball. He feeds the overlapping run. Mendez scans, assesses. Gonzalez. Mendez for Pereira. Pereira wants to go at Yair Romero. So skilled with the ball, Pereira. Canale almost intercepts that ball off the glass, stays in play. Here's Ramos out on the run. Brame with a little poke forward. Can Canale get on the edge of it? Canale goes shoulder to shoulder. Canale's still running. And now he's whistled for the foul in the corner. And Cesar Cerda is asking the question on why the first one wasn't called. He thought he was fouled when he jumped in the air for that header.
And I'd have to agree with him. There's a contact in the air, pushed him off the ball. The second one was definitely justified. Maybe a little bit of a makeup call, but play continues.
Pereira, Hernandez on him. Reyes for Pereira. Little toe poke, Nani Mendoza. Cox brings this ball back. I think he wants to slow things down, and the Stars want to try and get some offensive buildup. This ball up over the top. Cerda heads back. Pardo has to come out for it. Sockers have been rather unfortunate when it comes to the schedule. A lot of doubleheader weekends, but this weekend, single game for them. This is the lone game that the Sockers have to play this weekend, so you don't have to worry about legs and rest. It's not like the last time the Sockers came up here where they played the night before, flew in the morning of, still got out of here with a good result.
And on the other side of it, the Stars got to go turn and hit the road and play Empire tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be on their minds just a little bit, but they need these points tonight. They can't hold anything back.
Hernandez goes forward, wins this ball. And the Stars have been so good at home this year. Here's Briscoe. Briscoe. Got to try and get points when you can at home, and with the way that the road has treated the Tacoma Stars, tomorrow does not look all that promising. Not with a great touchdown, but it's intercepted. Sockers might be in on goal. Shot goes wide. Hernandez slides low. He's battling with Morales. Nestor Hernandez comes out the victor.
Oliveira just
Ramos with a strike. Pardo does well enough to save the first. Matt Brame misses wide. Nearly had an amazing goal in the right place, right time, but couldn't find it on his return to Tacoma.
Oh, so close. Matty B with just a hair of a touch wide, just looking to redirect it. Came at him really quickly off the boards.
So that's the play that shakes off the rust for Matt Brame.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Ruggles had a great run in Sebastian Mendez going forward, but couldn't find it. Three minutes remaining in this first quarter. We still have yet to have a media timeout. See if we get a dead ball in time for the end of this quarter.
The game's been flowing pretty well. I like the pace a bit. Both teams are really up for it. There's a good high press on from both sides. Energy in the stadium is good. We expected a quality game this evening. So far, we have not been disappointed.
Cox from distance, he had an empty net. Pardo was out of it. Correa had won that ball, passed that back to Cox, who skied it over the top, and that shot right there into the netting is going to lead us into the media timeout. We'll step aside, take a break. It's Tacoma Stars 0, it's San Diego Sockers 0, 2:35 to play in the first quarter. We'll return right after this on MASL TV.
When the time comes, we must be ready.
When every second counts.
Be ready.
Act fast.
Do not give up.
Push hard. Keep pushing when it's all on the line.
Be there for each other.
Give it everything you've got.
Do more for your team.
Be ready.
Stay ready. Call 911.
Be ready. Be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready. Be ready. Call 911.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
And you can purchase these jerseys.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. MASLsoccer.com. Peyton Barron's, Cole Weaver. It's the Tacoma Stars 0. It's the San Diego Sockers 0. It's been an entertaining first quarter. A blue card early for too many men. The Stars fought off on the penalty kill successfully, although we did have a referee video review to see if a shot did go in. Inconclusive evidence. If you ask me, Cole, I think San Diego should probably be up 1-0 right now.
Yeah, the scoreline of 0-0 definitely does not reflect the action that we saw in the first bit of time. 2.5 left to play in the first quarter, and we'll see who breaks the deadlock.
The lights are bright and the fans are loud. It's the San Diego Sockers taking on the Tacoma Stars. Stream it live on MASLplus.tv and replay the game on demand. Clip it, share it, live it again. Make sure to favorite your team to get instant updates on every game. Pardo looking for some support, goes up the wall, finds Reyes. Briscoe on a good defensive effort to get himself in the way. Waltman comes out for it. That ball was deflected. Briscoe tried to play it off the glass, and Waltman was able to come out and make the catch. Here's Hansen. Ramos just stops the ball and turns. It's a veteran move right there, knowing the defender is going to shake off. Hernandez with a shot. Put it into a dangerous area. The second time chance, no good. Pardo, easy save.
Yeah, that was such a small thing from Ramos, but it was really great work. He held his defender knowing that his goalkeeper was under pressure, and he's the only outlet, and he gave himself the space to step into that ball, and he just put his foot on it and turned him, and then they're out.
Here's a left foot shot. Childs over the top. It's off the glass. This ball's still pinging around. The header up over the crossbar. Waltman's got to come out for it. The kick away. Shot deflected by Hansen. How How is San Diego not on the scoreboard yet?
Last-ditch defending by Hansen. Let the Sockers come once again. Stars need to regroup a little bit.
Mendez working towards Brame. Hernandez in support defensively. This ball gets chipped all the way across. There's a minute remaining in the first quarter. Great step over, good move. Waltman with a little shin save. Brame has Nah over to his left-hand side, didn't see it. But Nah didn't press forward. San Diego is in the midst of a substitution, so that ball just found the oncoming